I am trying to force myself to overcome the like where I'm at mentally right now, because stress, whether it's good or bad, just has a certain effect on me. And also the past day or so I've kind of been beefing with Stefan a little bit, and that was unexpected. Honestly, I'm trying to keep it cute right now because I have a lot more I can show and say. All I'm gonna say is this: a narc's gonna narc, a liar's gonna lie, and it's fascinating watching someone lie when the evidence is right in their face. I'm just kind of it's more about the documentary than me, to be fair. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I mean, it's bringing more traffic because I got a DM on TikTok today. Actually, I've got a couple DMs about this person. Someone who I don't watch anymore, where I really don't think about much at all. I briefly, for 5 seconds, talked about it on my members only on Friday. Because I guess she's been on a fucking tirade about me being in the documentary.
Paradise? Rosie's on HBO? What? She used to go to Paradise? Why is it called Escape from Paradise? Nobody's holding her at her will. That'd be hard to do. They don't tell you the price you pay. Rosie, you're an idiot.
Do you know why Zio was unhappy with the documentary? I don't know specifically why, no. I don't know what her exact involvement is. I know that I know what she said publicly is that she feels betrayed and tricked, and that she was told one thing versus what she saw in the trailer.
All I'm gonna say is I am not somebody to play with. I will sit in silence and I will stay in silence. But don't mistake that. And don't mistake me for a pussy ass bitch, because I ain't never been one and I will never be one. Okay? I can say a million bajillion things, but I won't. And I don't. But another thing that you will not do is sit there and mock me for feeling what I am feeling. This was unfair to me, and that's it. This is not going to show or prove who I am, because who I was and who I am was already before this fuck-ass documentary. I just feel like I wasn't given a chance. I was given a chance, but I was given it on different terms.
I have a genuine question. Not on a live. I didn't reach out to Stefan, he reached out to me. I shared the screenshots, babe. Yeah, he sent the first message. He added me. I'm pretty sure we started talking in, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty confident I found him on TikTok pre-allegation. And that's how all that transpired, and I didn't take it any further because he's fucking weird. I mean, I've noticed a slight increase. I've got people reaching out to me. Actually, I'm getting a lot of people reaching out to me because, because FB is fucking fuming, I guess. I don't know.
I am so annoyed. This Escaping Paradise HBO special that's coming out. Have you guys seen it? And I'm sorry, but what is Rosie doing in there? Did she? I don't even think she's been to that house. And she's acting like such a crybaby victim, which is not surprising. I don't watch the Rosie lady, but you know, she's technically part of Gore World, so peripherally I hear about her. Quit your crying and take ownership of your own life, Rosie. My lack of self-awareness.
I've not been diagnosed. I just said that. Oh, you send me like a lot of hate. Yeah, you follow me on Instagram. Yeah, I recognize your username. You can just go, actually. Deuces. Coming to terms, I'm sorry if I cry. Coming to terms with realizing that I'm autistic was one of the best things that's ever happened to me. Thanks for clearing that up. Absolutely, Jake. And that's what's so disgusting about the ableist narrative that I'm lying about being autistic. It's fucking atrocious. It's disgusting because it's just you're uninformed about the aspects of what this is actually like for autistic people. And I will die on that fucking hill till the end of time. I've never lied about my diagnoses. I have no history of that. And people have applied that to me because of Amberlynn Reed and her experiences and her story. That's fucking fuck all to do with me. So let's keep cleaning dishes. So just real quick, nobody gets to tell me what I talk about on my channel. Nobody. None of y'all. I talk about what I want to talk about. I do what I want to do. And that's that on that.
I want an independent woman if she's working with something. I want a slim fine woman with some twerk with her. See, got a lot, but I can work with her. Want a big fine woman with some pop, with some twerk, with some pop, with some twerk, twerk. Bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down. Turn around and stick your booty out, stick your booty out, turn around and stick your booty out, stick your booty out, turn around and stick your booty out, stick your booty out, turn around and stick your booty out, stick your booty out, bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down, 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 touch your toe, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, up and down, touch your toe, up and down, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, bounce your booty, touch your toe, bounce your booty, up and down, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, around, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, around, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, around, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, around, your booty out. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, work with her, work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, work with her, work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, work with her, work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, work with her, work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, now 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 work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, now 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 work with her. Walk with it, now work, 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 walk with it, now work. Your booty out, now work, walk with it, 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 now work, walk with it.
Hello to everyone watching in real time. Thank you so much for being here. To anyone watching during playbacks, I appreciate you. To all my channel members and patrons, thank you, thank you, thank you. And to my mods who are always here holding me down, I appreciate you. I hope everyone is enjoying their Memorial Day weekend. For those who have the ability to be off tomorrow, baby, let's make it a good night. Let's make it a really good night. I already took half my edible, so that should be kicking in pretty soon. You may hear a bit of thunder. Hopefully it doesn't mess with Spectrum. Spectrum does a good job on its own, but either way, we are here to discuss Rosie. I was going to go live today and discuss a different stream of Rosie's because I didn't go live yesterday, but apparently around 3 a.m., Rosie decided to go live. Now, this is not the first time she's done these middle of the night lives. She just hasn't done them in a while. And when I was like skimming through, I realized actually this fits with the video I was going to put together. So I just included a lot of those receipts in here today. So we're going to cover Rosie and a little bit of Shantel, because Shantel has a lot of opinions when it comes to this upcoming documentary that Rosie has a very small cameo in, very dramatic, but very small cameo in. And it just so happens the mukbang that Shantel uploaded yesterday has been deleted already. It's Shantel. Do we expect anything different? It's Shantel. But before we get into that, let me close out the poll. Now, for anyone who did notice, yes, it is an easy poll. The night is still young. Let's just be clear, but don't forget this moment. Not all the polls are ridiculous. I will say though, it was like dumb easy. So I was just like, I think this is a little too easy, but either way, let me close out the poll because in my opinion, there's only one right answer. One right answer. Let's see. So thank you to all 436 of you who voted. With the poll question, your PR firm has been hired to represent a creator of your choice. The pay is $5,000 a week. 73% said Rosie and 27% said Shantel. For the 27% of you who said Shantel, why? I respect your choice, but you clearly want to work hard. For anyone who was here before the stream started, I agree with a lot of the comments. You don't have to. Let me actually pull some up. Let me pull a few up. Like Be What You said, Rosie, why? Because you ain't got to deal with the pet abuse and the slurs. You know, it's. I think that's why it made a lot of sense. Let me see. A silent watcher. You said with these two choices, I'm going to need 10K a week for damage control. I actually think Rosie wouldn't be as hard. Now, for Shantel, I'm not going to hold you. Yeah, I would need a minimum of 10K a week. 10K a week for sure. But I don't think Rosie would be as hard to help clean up her image when it versus like Shantel. Shantel's very, very hard, but that's just what I'm thinking. Before I continue, I did a simple look today, just so y'all know. I use this Urban Decay color in Ember. I used a simple, actually, maybe I should open it up so you could really see it. This in Ember, I use that. And then I just went in with my like regular lip, but I kept it really simple today because I was just like, I want to have a good lengthy stream. I want to make sure these edibles hit. I want to be relaxed, and I didn't want to take too long doing my makeup. So we're gonna get into it though. We're gonna get into it. And there's been a lot going on. Keep in mind, for those who are following the LCU for the few months we're following while Amber was over there is a creator and host by the name of Foxy. Apparently, Foxy said the other day that she herself has been to the Paradise House. And I was just like, oh, keep in mind, Foxy has lost a significant amount of weight. So I don't know what role she played being in that house. But they will be picking up the conversation a bit further, I believe, tomorrow, based on this thumbnail. Look who's in the thumbnail. Rosie and that predator Stefan. So I know originally Rosie said to Amber like she did not have her consent to bring her up as a topic in the LCU, but it seems like Rosie will remain a topic in the LCU for a little while. I don't know what they got planned. I don't know what they got to talk about, but when I saw that and I saw the thumbnail, I said, "Oh, let me take a quick screenshot of that." So Rosie and Stefan in some way will be a topic tomorrow. I might tune in, I might not. I don't know.
It's Memorial Day. I'm trying to relax. I'm trying to eat, do the most, and finish off my night watching a whole bunch of mess with Discord. So, and for anybody in Discord, yes, tomorrow night we'll be watching a whole bunch of mess. And no, I will not be sober. Let's be very clear. I will not be sober whatsoever. But let me get to some of the support, and then we'll get into the stream from this morning around 3 a.m. where she seemed to be super loud. While there is someone in the home who does work, who does follow a schedule, but we'll get into all of that. We'll get into all of that with Rosie, and of course a little bit of Shantel. Let me see. Budusi, busting sperm on my wet, moist fupa. Thank you so much for 49 months. Hey, Queen. Hey, Boo. Busting sperm on my wet, moist fupa. Can I just be honest, Budusi? When you first started coming out with your names, I loved them, but I used to struggle to say it because I'm like, I know somebody about to complain. I know somebody's about to complain, but low key, I love these. High key, actually, I love these. So thank you for continuing to be you and shocking all of us from time to time. I appreciate you, Boo, and thank you for 49 months. I appreciate you. Mel's, welcome back, Boo. I'm pretty sure you were a member already, but either way, thank you and welcome back to the Gold Cluster, Boo. And if you're not already in the Discord, feel free to join. You are supreme. So let me see. Let me get this. Just for today, thank you for 1 month. Thank you. Hey guys, hey Boo, and thank you again for 1 month. And actually, before I forget, because I made sure to save this, can you guys tag, even though I don't agree with the username, because today you're a winner. If you guys can tag Just a Loser in chat. Hey everyone, thanks for keeping me company on my birthday while I paint. Just a Loser, you a winner, Boo. And happy birthday to you. Thank you for spending this time with us. I hope you enjoy, have a good laugh, and I hope your painting turns out excellent. So please, y'all, tag Just a Loser in chat for me. I'd really, really, really appreciate it. Let me see. Bovine Meat, thank you so much for being here. Hi, friends. This is my first time catching a Charlie live. Welcome, Boo. And come close. If this is your first time catching a live, I don't know if you've watched the replays. There's something that we'll be doing in about an hour. We call it bonding. If you hear or see anything in chat where they discourage you from bonding, just ignore it. They're Android users, and sometimes they have a lot of typos. But just in case you haven't watched replays, we bond later. Don't ask too many questions. You'll understand. Give it about an hour. But welcome. Enox, thank you for 8 months. Hey, cult lead. Charlie. You know what? Thank you, Enox. Thank you. Cult. I need to come up with a different word to attach to that, to pretend I know that you guys are messing up. But thank you, Boo. Thank you for 8 months. No cult here. We would never. Bible study. Right, guys? Bible study. Moss, thank you for 1 month. Oh my God. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Boo. Thank you so much for 1 month. I appreciate you. Amelia, my Boo, thank you for 34 months. Replay gang, wish y'all a great time painting. And don't forget, studies show that bonding breaks cause losing inches on height and hair on eyebrows. That is not true. First of all, Amelia, I'm going to read your comment from earlier, and thank you for 34 months. I read this while waiting for the stream, to start up the stream, and I said, oh, hold on. Watch this. There must be a lot of partners out there being grateful for Charlie because her bonding breaks are improving everyone's gag reflex. That's what studies show. So for any couples out there, any new couples, anyone who bonds over my live stream, I look forward to that wedding invitation. You're welcome. Just saying. Thank you. And Amelia, you were correct. I'm going to stand by your original statement, not the second one. Gloria, welcome back, Boo. I believe you remember before, so welcome back to the Gold Cluster, Boo. Let me see. Carly, baby, welcome. You are supreme, so you have access to the Discord. Get on in there. Keep in mind, y'all, That's where I'll be watching the documentary with Rosie, the Paradise Girls, and that Predator Stefan. So that's where we'll be watching it. Peckle, thank you for 3 months. Looking good, my 6'8" friend. Thank you, boo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you, and thank you for 3 months. Oh, Disco, I did see this. Hey, I just joined membership. Not sure if it showed. It's showing. How do I get a link to the Discord? There's a tutorial in the description that walks you through connecting. If that does not work, my email is listed for the Discord specifically, and you could reach out to me, and I'll make sure I send you a link. Just send me a screenshot of your account with the membership, and I'll make sure to get you that link within like 24 hours. Normally, I get it within 24 hours. Glord, recently I got my master's degree, but now I have a job. Thanks. Thank you for keeping me sane with Fat Mess during, oh my God, turbulent and exciting times. Congrats, y'all. Celebrate Glord, please. Congrats, boo. I know that's right. Masters. Enjoy this new season. I'm so happy for you. Keep doing your thing, boo. Master's degree. That's what I like to hear. I love that. Hannah, thank you for 49 months. Rosie pisses me off with the be prepared to be annoyed today. Pisses me off with the autism stuff. She literally did the autism assessment. The doctor said she doesn't have it. She's ableist to keep claiming it. That's the crazy thing, Hannah, and thank you for 49 months. Rosie claims viewers, creators, people who remind her of this were the ableist ones. And it's not once, it was twice she took that assessment, if I'm remembering correctly. But no, according to Rosie, she is self-determined. You hear me? Because she is reading a book, one of the many that she read from an author and a doctor who actually has some controversy following them, but I'll touch on that a little bit because I still have some more research to do. But according to Rosie, we're the ableist ones. I believe it was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks back. Rosie said something like, the reason a lot of viewers and creators don't want to admit that she's autistic is because then we'd have to admit that we've been bullying someone with autism. First of all, being autistic doesn't take away the fact that you can still be criticized. And secondly, what the fuck are you talking about? And that's one of the issues because she plans to use that diagnosis, if she was to get it, as a shield. And that's one of her biggest issues, that she cannot use it as a shield. But we'll get into all that. Divine, thank you. PR damage control is harder with bigot Shantel. Literally. Not only that, just the partners. Imagine the crackhead era representing her during the crackhead era. I would honestly resign. I would resign. I would resign. Yep. I would just resign. Honestly. I couldn't even imagine doing it a few years ago. Val, thank you so much. I gasped when I saw your hair. Jesus Christ, I'm getting... Oh, thank you. Keep in mind, y'all, remember, this is going to be sweat out probably in the next couple of days. So that's why you only see the bob like once a week, once every other week, because I get back to my walks tomorrow and my hair is going to curl up again. For those who missed it, I think I talked about it last stream or 2 streams ago. And thank you, boo. I'm in the process of going back natural. I get silk presses, so you can't tell. But once I start sweating again, then my natural curls come in and I put my head wrap on. So, but hopefully in the next couple of months, the transition will be completely done. And then I'll be growing my hair out again. But I'm excited. Possibly Kim, give Rosie pizza rolls, ketchup, sleep token, put her in a corner, she'll be fine. I mean, where's the lie? Where is the lie? And by the way, if I hear Sleep Token one more time, and that's no offense to the band, no offense to anyone who likes Sleep Token, I'm just tired of hearing it. I'm just Sleep Token, Sleep Token, Sleep. I get it. I get it. Jesus. And enough pizza rolls and ketchup for this. Actually, before I go on a whole rant, let me just continue. But enough pizza rolls. Let's not forget that big, though actually it was 2 big ass boxes of pizza rolls that her mama got her. 2. 1 is more than enough. Angelic, yeah, I hope I said it right. Angelic, yeah, y'all know I'll be messing up y'all names, but welcome, boo. Welcome to the Go Question. Let me get this pulled up. And you are Supreme, so you have access to the Discord. I appreciate you. Dungeons and Roses, thank you for 14 months. We are a cult muted community, and I love it. We are a community. We are a community, especially with investigation discovery, probably peeking around here and there. We got to keep it cute. So, investigation discovery. Actually, if you ever want to interview me, just let me know. Actually, yeah, fly me the fuck out. I don't want to go to Vegas though. I don't know. Where should I have them? Look at me talking like I got an option. Oh, actually, let me do LA. Let me do LA. That's what I would like to do. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm back. I had to get them to get that together. But maybe LA. I would say out the country. I would prefer out the country, but I don't know if Investigation Discovery got that type of budget. But I would prefer it be out the country. Business class. Mind you, what would I be talking to them about? I don't know. If they want to talk to me about Rosie and the reason I color for Rosie, Shantel, Amber, FFG, I'd be down for that. But yeah, Investigation Discovery, hit me up. Hit me up. Hit me up, please. I'd appreciate it. Oh my God, let me see. Not New Zealand. Could you imagine? Oh, San Diego. Actually, that sounds nice. New Zealand. Could you imagine if they flew me out to like Australia or some shit? But I don't know if I'd get off the plane for real. Cause I'm scared of I know like you don't step off a plane and you see a kangaroo, but it's just the thought. The thought that scares me. That's the thing. Like it's just the thought that I can cross paths with a kangaroo. And I just know I'd look like an immediate threat. Cause I'm tall, kangaroos are tall, so I'm gonna look like a threat to them. And then what? We gonna fight? Like, come on. But either way, thank you, Boo. Smee, our tallest, shortest leader. I made the cool. Wait, did you send me something in DM? First of all, not you made the Kool-Aid. Now I realize what you were saying. I don't know what you know. ID is probably looking. They're watching. There's probably a producer in here right now. Listen, producer person, we ready. We ready. I actually have 2 other creators in this space that are ready to talk to you as well. One by the name of Zachary Michael, the other by the name of Yaba, the YouTube Underground. We have a lot to say. We have a lot to say. Just make sure you pay for our expenses to fly out. And no, we're not staying at a motel. Just let you know now. We cost a lot. So pay us our rate. Anyways, Planet, thank you. I wanted to thank all who were worried about my kitty. He's much better now and out of danger. P.S. But he is not a fan of the cone. I'm happy your kitty's doing better, Boo. I'm happy your kitty's doing better because I remember, I think you said it was like in the middle of the night you had to get your kitty some help. So I'm happy everything's working out, Boo. I know the stress that comes with that. So Burbank, thank you for 9 months. So glad to be able to listen into our glorious cultural leader. I know that's right. Blessed be our 6'5" queen. I'm not gonna entertain y'all when y'all do that cult stuff because I don't know what y'all talking about. In a second, I'm gonna say a verse and tell y'all to open up to mind you, I can't think of not one Bible verse off the top of my head. Oh, you know what we should do? Oh my God, we should create. Wait, is this like, I don't know, is this problematic? Like, what if we created our own, like, not Bible, but like book to follow, like the book of ricotta verse, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll lean into this corner of the internet, but I don't want to catch heat from people who are like religious and shit. I don't want them to be like, oh, that's like blasphemy. Like, we're just joking. We're having fun. Like the book of wash rags, you know, chapter 1 verse, you know what I'm saying? Like something like that. But we need a name for the book. And then we got to figure out each book. Like we would have to do wash rag. I don't know if Fupa Balls is too long to be a book, but you get my point. But you get my point. The Girl World Commandments. No, hold on. The Girl World Old Testament. See, yes. The Book of Big Backs. Come on. Come on. Come on. See, I think it would be so fun. I think it would be so fun if we did that. And I don't think it would be that problematic for anybody who's like religious and stuff. Like, I don't know, just look the other way. It's not that deep. Anyways, Mars, thank you. Actually, my hair and nails have gotten a lot. Oh, I know that's right because of the bonding, including in the Discord, looking gorgeous as always. Our very tall queen. Thank you. You see that? Bonding is good for you. It helps you in a lot of areas of life. I was about to list them, but no, I'm gonna let you guys tell everybody, especially the ones who are still against it, all the benefits. Thank you. Thank you, Bill. Bewitchy. Hey, Charlie in chat, entering flow state housework, and I have the stream in my ears. Enjoy, boo. Enjoy. Make sure those headphones are charged. One of the worst things is when I'm like really actively listening to something, and because I always leave one AirPod in, because let the other one charge, and then it dies, and then the other AirPod's like upstairs or some shit. You ever be mid like switching the clothes from from the washer to the dryer, and then it die, and the other AirPod is upstairs, so now your shit go on loud, and you listening to some either way, you get my point. Jezebeli, thank you. I have my first interview at my dream job on Wednesday. The head recruiter fast tracked my appointment. I feel almost as tall as our 7'2" dear leader. Congrats, Jezebeli. And if you've been paying attention, everybody who's been going into them interviews, everybody who's been reaching for them goals, they've been getting them. Literally, if you've been watching. So you got this. So I look forward to you coming back and saying you got the fucking job. Congrats. Matter of fact, start looking for your first outfit for the first day because the job is yours. I'm excited for y'all. I know a lot of you guys have been coming in with great news, and I hope to keep hearing it. So I appreciate y'all sharing all of these things. Pico, what should I draw for this stream, guys? You're short. Okay, y'all, tag Pico. And I'm not short. What should Pico draw for the stream? And for those who don't know, Pico's Lilo. So what should Pico draw? Could you imagine if Pico wasn't Lilo? And I just said that with my whole chest, but I'm confident Pico's Lilo. But chat, tag Pico and let Pico know. Shirley, thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. I appreciate you, boo. To all the new members, enjoy getting that Discord. Get in that Discord. There's a lot going on this week. There's definitely going to be a lot to discuss and go on when the documentary drops. And yes, I'll be returning to member streams sometime in the next week or so. I just had a lot going on, but I got y'all because that little interesting deleted rant that Shantel went on about Rosie in Paradise is actually going to tie into the retro that I had planned for like the last 2 weeks. But thank you, Shirley. I appreciate you. Y'all, on that note, let me start with Rosie. We're about a little over 30 minutes in. Let's start with Rosie, and then I'll get caught up on all the support because there's going to be a lot to discuss because Rosie's going to get on your nerves. But it's not just going to be Rosie. It's going to be Shantel too. Because the nerve of Shantel, that's the thing. There were certain things Shantel was saying. I was just like, you ain't wrong. But a lot of it, the time I was just like, this applies to you too. This literally applies to you too. But it's Shantel. It is Shantel. So let's get into Rosie's stream from early this morning.
I have no idea if anyone's going to show up to this live. I've had fun doing random late night lives in the past. But, like, I need to clean my kitchen, and my sleep schedule has been fucking wackadoo. So, here we are.
Before we continue, I do not want to miss this comment. Congrats to all the Gold Gang goal getters. That's a tongue twister, but I just love the name. Thank you, Sam. That's right. Go getters. Go out there and get it. That's one thing I love about this community. You guys don't shy away from sharing what you're reaching for, your accomplishments, all of that. So get out there and get it for real. I just did not want that comment to like scroll by and I don't acknowledge it. Now back to Rosie, someone who is not a goal getter at all. Not in the slightest.
Even if I'm just yapping to myself, I just want to be live while I do this. Hello, everyone. that's rolling in. Happy to have you here. The dishes are fucking cray. Yeah, I'm in the same time zone as you, girly pop. Listen. Yeah, me either. Well, I did sleep. I fell asleep around 10 p.m. because I was exhausted, bro. Excuse me.
Two things. What is she exhausted from? And second, that cough. That cough still is wet as hell. And I originally thought like she had a cold back when I first started watching her. Maybe it was allergies. I don't know, but she needs to figure out that fucking cough. And I left a couple of them in only because they're concerning. And it's just like she worried about a lot of different things that and not really focused on things she should be addressing now, like that fucking cough, the breathing, all of that.
I was exhausted. 3 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. Most people are sleeping right now in these time zones, but they're, you know, I wanted to do this live yesterday, but I've been really struggling with my sleep. I thought that I was getting more out of the hypomanic stuff. I thought than I actually am, which is, you know, lame, but I'm less symptomatic than I was, which is why I thought I was like doing a lot better. And to be fair, it's not as like shitty, but yeah, man, it's been a crazy few days. Remy's been good. He had a very eventful day yesterday. He's doing good. We talked for a good bit. He's asleep like a normal person. Okay, so I need to start working on these dishes because I also want to like write down the stuff in the fridge that needs to get used up, and I need to freeze a few things. Like, I'm forcing myself to do this right now because if I don't, like, I'm not gonna be getting shit done. And
How's that any different from anything else she tries? A few things. Rosie is very similar to a lot of the other girls where it's very clear in moments like this, like she really doesn't have friends. Not saying I have a whole bunch of friends that would be up at 3 a.m., but I might have one. I might have one, maybe two. Either way, even if I knew all my friends were asleep, it's 3 a.m., all my friends are asleep. Honest to God, y'all, I'm not coming live to fucking clean the kitchen. I don't understand that about Rosie. Um, and obviously Remy was asleep. Remy's busy. So that was probably one of the biggest things. She needed company because her boyfriend was asleep. But it's just like, find a friend. They are chronically online to the point that all of their relationships rely on their viewers and maybe other creators. And I think that's why too it hits them like Rosie, Amber, Chantel harder when their friendships with people online go downhill, which is inevitable because it's them. But just like find something outside of the internet. If I had to come live just to get some social interaction, if that was my only way, I would be so depressed. I would be so depressed. Don't get me wrong. I love my community. I love my supporters. I love kicking it with y'all. But there's no way that this can be my everything. There's no way. Not it's I don't think it's healthy. That's my point. Like everything going on with Amber and her Discord, part of the problems and the bad choices that she's making is because she's so desperate to continue to be online, to live in VC, have all and keep in mind, y'all, there's a lot of weird, disgusting shit happening in Amber's Discord. I believe there's over 3,000 users in the Discord and only like 14 mods, which is crazy. I personally don't plan to cover some of the problematic things, but I know there's creators like Apathetic Facts that's covering it. It's just when it comes to certain topics now, I'm good. I'm good. Drag that bitch, but I'm good. Back to Rosie.
I am trying to force myself to overcome the like where I'm at mentally right now because like stress, whether it's good or bad, just has a certain effect on me. And also the past day or so I've kind of been beefing with Stefan a little bit, and that was Unexpected?
Unexpected my ass, because one thing about Rosie, she is very giddy about this. She is extremely giddy about this. I'm gonna play this quick Instagram story that she did, and I'm gonna follow it up with another one because it's been Instagram story from her, Zio. I'm not aware of, I wasn't aware. I know the Paradise Place, the Paradise House was a thing. I didn't know that Stefan man went live like that. Like, and he was talking his shit and popping his shit about Rosie. So let's cover this first, and then we'll get into the other Instagram story. And then we got Zio, who clearly is scared of something coming out in this documentary. Like, it's very confusing. Smee, I see it. Hold on. Y'all know what this means. Y'all already know what this means. Let Rosie's rants play, and I'll be checking DMs. Y'all just know whatever it is that I'm about to send to my laptop is going to be some shit. Go ahead, Rosie. Go ahead.
Honestly, I'm trying to keep it cute right now because I have a lot more I can show and say. But all I'm going to say is this. A narc's going to narc. A liar's going to lie. And it's fascinating watching someone lie when the evidence is right in their face. Have a good night.
How does that not apply to Rosie with the numerous ways that she's been caught in lies? So it's just like, girl, this also applies to you. And if I didn't say this off top, I should actually mention this, and I meant to say this off top. Majority of the people we're talking about today, they're all shit. They all ain't shit. This ain't no, oh, Shantel was right, Rosie was right, I'm on this person. No, fuck them all. Rosie being a topic today, fuck that bitch. Shantel chiming in, bitch, fuck you too. Stefan, fuck you. Super fuck him, because he's a predator, and whatever allegations come out, I hope he sees some consequences, because there's been allegations about that man for a while. So I don't want anyone to get it confused like, oh, Shantel. No, fuck all of them, please. And when it comes to these Instagram stories that just keep going and going, here's another one from just yesterday.
QuirkyLoveRosee is the definition of drama and controversy. She's never been here, no, Jess. I've never had any contact with her. She joined my Discord way back in the day, and she proudly posted the three messages that we exchanged.
I could have taken that burp out, but I was just so disgusted. I did not want to have to deal with that alone. I don't know why that man had to do that, but yeah, that's the phone.
About getting her registered for the Discord. I know nothing about that girl. Luckily, she's never flirted with me.
I just want to yap for a second because, like, I just think it's so interesting, right? Because I understand there's a wide section of the internet that doesn't fucking like me and inherently is biased against me. Obviously, that's a nah shit Sherlock statement to make. But I'm watching this man pull the same shit that he has pulled for years that you guys are gonna see on June 10th. It's just the first time it's been directed at me. Because you're right, Stefan. We never had a close interpersonal relationship. And that's not why I was there. And I've never stated otherwise. I've never stated to be a victim of you. Because I had the sense when I saw your weird shit in the Discord to not engage again. You're fucking weird. And whether you like me or not, you're gonna regret it if you side with him.
Well, I'm gonna just speak for myself. There's no siding with Stefan. It's fuck both of them. For some reason, like, I think that's a struggle with a lot of the girls. There are plenty of viewers, plenty of creators who have the ability to say, fuck both of you. Truly, fuck both of you. Now, before she continues with this little rant where she's feeling like a badass, I want to take a look at one of the screenshots that she posted because it was very telling. Don't get me wrong. It proved that whoever was posting on the Paradise account claiming like they've never interacted or spoken with Rosie was misinformed, because it could have just been one of the girls from the house. Maybe it was Stefan, I don't know. But it was very upsetting to Rosie. So she posted this. And then when she posted this, all I thought to myself, like, damn, bitch, you've been thirsty. Been thirsty. So this is from 2020. SSBBW fan 73 is Stefan. So Stefan wrote, "Hi." I guess at this point they had just become Discord friends. QuirkyLoveRosee. "Hey there. I'm currently based in Omaha, but I'd love to come visit sometime and see Vegas for the first time. I want to go to the poly BBW party scene out there." Stefan responded, "There isn't much of a poly BBW scene here, unfortunately, other than at my house. Ha ha ha. You've never been to Vegas? Oh, that should be changed." Now, in 2020, here's the thing. I don't know all of Rosie's lore. I've been reading up on a few things. I just don't, I want to like piece a few things together. But even the timeline of that message and her wanting to, go out there and bust it open for whoever, it's just very interesting. It's just like, girl, after hello, not even how are you? Like, I don't know. I just like to, even if I knew what it was, I would just like to spark up a bit more of a conversation before saying like, "Oh yeah, I haven't been out here there. This is where I'm at. Fly me the fuck out. Knock these Mario coins out this coochie." You know what I mean? Like, I would play it cool a little bit first, personally, even if that is the intention. But I don't know. Rosie's just thirsty. I'm just like, girl, okay, we get it. Y'all spoke. We get it, but you thirsty. I don't know if you realize that. You thirsty. But let her finish her little rant.
And there's a lot more I want to say, and a lot more I want to get into. But the reason I'm sharing these screenshots is because I want to prove the point that this is a pattern of behavior that has never changed with him. He's a gaslighter. He's a manipulator. He's a narcissist. And he's fucking weird. You still follow me, by the way, Stefan. And you followed me on here for years. I don't know if your ego is hurt, buddy, but you're right. I never flirted with you.
I mean, you could call it what you want, but those messages, maybe they weren't flirting, but they were very clear, especially because she knew what that house was. I don't think Rosie realizes these Instagram stories don't technically help her. She looks like a clown. I'm just here to laugh at her. That's the truth. I'm just gonna laugh at this bitch because I don't know what this was supposed to help. Keep in mind the way she got into the Discord. Let me see if I still have that Instagram story. Let's see. Give me 1 sec. Let me see if I can find that Instagram story where she was like, "Oh, I was in that fuck ass Discord, bitch. And what was you doing in there? You still took the invite and you was in there." So I guess this is Stefan responding to something. That's another thing. What was he responding to? Should be, yeah. What was he responding to, Rosie? Anyways, I'm in video chat right now on my server, and then he linked the Discord. What was cropped out? I would love to know. Should be, what? Can he hold his breath while he's under your food? Like, what was he responding to? Yeah, I should be fine holding my breath while I dig under your food. Like, what was he saying? Like, inquiry minds want to know. Like, my now I'm just thinking of different things he could have been responding to. So don't cut that part out. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Actually, before I continue, let me actually get caught up. Rancid, thank you for 12 months. Ross forgets that lots of us are autistic. And she doesn't even get, while she's sitting there calling people ableist, and some of the loudest viewers are autistic viewers because it's insulting. It's insulting. It's ridiculous. And she's trying way too hard, but she'll eventually learn. And this is the same Ross who says during this stream that if she does pursue getting tested again or an assessment again, that she won't say anything. Rosie wouldn't say anything. Y'all remember when Amber got diagnosed? This was years ago. She got back from the appointment, sat at that kitchen table and listed everything off and immediately uploaded. That would be Rosie, instead going live. Rosie would probably walk through the door, still out of breath, press go live, and make the biggest production out of it. Please. She wouldn't say anything. Okay. Thank you again, Boo, for 12 months. Veronica, thank you for 3 months. Thank you for keeping me company while I put up a gate for my foster pup. Also, I had an NBA player in my DMs today. I know that's right. Love y'all. Veronica, I want to be very clear. First of all, shout out to you. Take care of that pup. And also, don't forget about us little people. I ain't even asking for much, just for some tickets. Just for some tickets. I'll make friends. I'll figure it out. Can I get a picture or two? That would be appreciated. Mind you, I don't know fuck all about sports, but I always enjoy myself when I go to sports events. So I know this is not what that's about, and I'm thinking further ahead. But seeing that, they're in your DMs. Hey boo, just saying. I'll walk around holding your glasses. You could just call me the assistant. I don't know, but first class, preferably first. It's NBA player, first class. Invite to the wedding as well. Gotcha. So what's today? May 24th, 2026. Veronica had an NBA player in the DMs. About a year from now, I expect a wedding invitation. Thank you. Just Jamie, mom got her a total of 320 pizza rolls. Don't worry, guys. She's doing everything she can to manage her health with her resources she has. You all just don't understand the nuances of U.S. health. Just Jimmy, don't piss me off because I can't stand when she says that. Not you piss me off, Rosie. Every time she goes into, y'all don't understand the nuances of U.S. healthcare. Shut the fuck up. She makes it seem like no one else that's watching her lives in the States or understands the U.S. healthcare system. Every time she says that, I'm just like, girl, please shut up. Please shut up. And this is the problem when she picks up these talking points from like TikTok or viral clips or whatever. She echoes them back, but she does it so often you could tell it's not natural. It's just like you're just using filler words and it doesn't help your case. It doesn't. Get over it. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, actually, let me grab this. Hold on. Maybe it's cluster B. Thank you. Roz said this ID doc began 2 years ago. Then in her stream last night, she said something about the We're All Insane podcast being retroactive to her first involvement with the doc. Oh, you know what? I actually didn't connect that. Oh, and that's another thing. And thank you. Maybe it's cluster B for this reminder. One of the other things Shantel is misinformed on altogether is the fact that this doc was started a while back, even prior to, unfortunately, the young lady who passed recently, because Shantel was running with this whole idea that this documentary is on the heels of everything that happened. And first of all, a network like them don't put documentaries together that fast either way. But Shantel just did no research. She sat down in front of a whole bunch of Taco Bell and started talking like she knew what the fuck she was talking about, and she didn't. But let me see. Shadows, thank you for 4 months. This is going to be a tough one because I can't stand either of these hoes. But of course, we always do what the supreme leader, Miss Gold says. Shadow, I could hit you with something right now, but I'm not. And you just reminded me because of your shadiness. I just remembered Smee told me to check DMs, y'all. Look at what Smee sent. And then I have something else to show y'all that was sent to me right before I started the stream. Look at this. Smee made this edit. Look at the names. Smee, Just Jamie, Rice Pudine, Yamano, Lily. And I love how y'all always make sure to keep my boobs big. This is wrong, y'all. This is wrong. But hold on. I got another one for y'all. So this was sent to me right before I went live. And credit to Zachary Michael's mod. I don't know which mod. I just was told it was one of Zach's mods. Look at this. This is called Telequirkies. Look. Look at this. So that's Rosie as the son. That's both Zach's, Zachary Michael and Popey, and myself and Remy to the side. Oh, okay, hold on. I got the name. Just Jamie, thank you. Hold on. I need to make sure I credit the right person. Saipez, listen. This, y'all don't disappoint. Between these two here, hold on, let me get it. Between these two here, this is why we do it. This is why we come together. Because imagine, like, when else was someone going to put this edit together? In what other context is this going to happen? Come on. When is this going to happen for real? I love it. And do y'all see the concerned, disgusted look on my face? And Remy's over there cheesing. Remy is over there cheesing. I love it. Hold on. I know you fucking lie. Hold on. I'm going to get to the rest of the support. Yamano said, yes, Remy, take Charlie, please. No. Remy's still going to be with Rosie, and you're going to have to deal with it, Yamano. You are going to have to deal with it. Just because I'm wearing fingerless gloves as well does not mean me and Remy go. No. It just means maybe we could play some instruments together. He could play the piano. Maybe I could play the guitar. And to be clear, I can't play the guitar to save my life. But still, I love these edits. Shout outs to y'all because I needed that. And hold on, actually, Yamano. Charlie swinging from the kangaroo's pocket sounds about right. Wow. Though even then, that's giving Charlotte extra credit in height. You know what? I'm as tall as a kangaroo. How tall are kangaroos? Actually, hold on. No, kangaroos are tall because I've seen them in videos. Y'all ever see when they knock on people's doors or like their windows and stuff, like they owe them money? The fuck? No, kangaroos are tall. Hold on. I'm going to get an accurate average height of a kangaroo. Oh, they can be, well, okay, so it says 3 to 8 feet, but 3 feet is probably like, the babies, the toddlers, stuff like that. So I'm guessing the large species, the red kangaroo, stands about 6 feet tall. So I feel like those would be like my cousins with exceptionally large males. Okay, yeah, that sounds like most of my uncles actually. They large as fuck. Up to 6.5 to 8 feet in height when fully extended. Yeah, that sounds like, yeah, I could see that. Family tree-ish. I could see that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm the same height. Yamano, I don't know what you're talking about. Clearly, based on Google, myself and kangaroos tend to be the same height. So thank you. So you were wrong. Mrs. Sabre, thank you for 3 months. I can't wait to see Miss Gold with the natural hair. I can't wait to see it either, but I'm also nervous because I haven't had natural hair for, I think it's been over 20 years, since I was like 15. So over 20 years. So just to go through the process of trying to figure out how to maintain it again, like different styles. For those who've been watching me all these years, I still have the same struggle. I don't know how to lay down my edges, but I'm gonna learn. But I'm excited. We'll see. We will see. Let me see. Oh, wait, hold on, Shirley. I will check it. Oh, God, what did you send me, Shirley? I will check it. I got you. I'll check it. See, it's just, I get so excited and also nervous when y'all say check DMs because I just know I'm going to be entertained, but in the process, sometimes I get dragged. I get dragged in the process. Oh my God. Funkle Sunny. Oh, you're the same size as a baby kangaroo at 3 feet. Um, no, double that. Thank you, y'all. And y'all always see it's always a wrench, right? It's always a wrench. What did Rosie do to scare her mods into not dragging her? Maybe instead of giving Rosie tips, I need to take tips from her because my mods stay dragging the fuck out of me. And Rosie, she be having them scared. No, I'm kidding. I would never want that type of relationship. But could y'all imagine? Could y'all imagine? Oh, let me grab this before I press play. Whole idea. How's more likely to get a document? Who's more likely to get a documentary made about them? One, Tommy, the feeder nurse. Nader, oh God, Nader El Shami, the Canadian shanker, or 3, Keemstar, the low-cal pimp. Honestly, they should do a series because I got commentary for all 3. But I will make that poll. Plant, I will do that poll. I will. Oh, just Jamie. I forgot I sent you a pic in DMs from. No, I got it. Just Jamie. I showed you. I showed it. Unless I missed another one. I got it. That's the one. All right, perfect. All right, let's get back to Rosie, and then I'll get caught up on the rest. Take a look out for the poll I'm gonna put up in just a second. All right, y'all. Plant, I got you. Rosie, you bum. Continue.
Expected of as it should have been, but I think some of the stories have already expired, but I've saved them and pretty sure I'll be making a YouTube video about it because that man's a fucking narcissistic liar and he's wild for it. And I have some shit I want to say. But beyond that, and that's in reference to the documentary, by the way. But in case you're unfamiliar. Hey Rosie, how do you feel about people posting more about you and what emotions does that bring you? It could be more money for you, but I can see it being bad at the same time. Yeah, I mean, the better part of it is I am not really absorbing the nastiness. I briefly skimmed the comments when it first came out.
Bullshit. She briefly skimmed the comments. Keep that in mind because that's a thing that Rosie likes to say often, similar to what Amberlynn used to say. Like, I don't, check out reactors' content. I don't be in the comment sections. I don't check the forums. She said she briefly skimmed the comments. It's Rosie. That's a bold-faced lie. But there are different things she says later on in the stream that she wouldn't know if she was briefly skimming. That's all I'll say. Go ahead. Continue, bitch.
Like the trailer, but I haven't looked since. I'm not doing that to myself. I've been keeping some tabs on like certain subreddits, specifically because I'm trying to like see what's going on with Fuckface McGee.
Why does she need to like keep up with him? That's where I'm confused. This is where I feel like Rosie keeps inserting herself and trying to make sure she's a main character when I believe the point is to have potential victims use their voice and have a platform. So what is she keeping an eye on exactly? What difference is she going to make? Let's just say a forum she looks at says the most outrageous, disgusting, dangerous thing about Stefan. What the fuck is she about to do with that information? This is the same Rosie who couldn't even follow through and getting Cam to stop bothering her. Filing some shit, claiming she was collecting this, collecting that. And bitch, you can't even deal with Cam. What the fuck you about to do with Stefan and whatever information that a fucking forum post? What are you about to do? Oh, that's right. Use it as content and talk about it in one of your streams while she's sitting there eating a whole bunch of food while being an ex-feedie. Okay.
He's just fucking annoying. But other than that, I'm just kind of like, like it's more about the documentary than me, to be fair. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I mean, it's bringing more traffic because like I got a DM on TikTok today. Actually, I've got a couple DMs about this person. Someone who I don't watch anymore, where I really don't think about much at all. I briefly, for like 5 seconds, talked about it on my members only on Friday.
because I guess like she's been on a fucking tirade about me being in the documentary.
Now, what we have here is Chantel's initial reaction to hearing about the Paradise documentary and then hearing about Rosie. So this is Chantel's initial reaction. For the most part, when it comes to the mukbang that she deleted, she kind of echoed a lot of these talking points and made sure to really cape for Stefan. Now, we'll get to that later on in the stream when we get to the mukbang portion. But for anybody who's been watching Shantel for some time, it's no surprise that Shantel would not only go out of her way to really cape for this man while trying to shit on this woman, and don't get me wrong, fuck Rosie, but more importantly, cape for a predator. Because that's who Shantel is.
Paradise? Rosie's on HBO? What? She used to go to Paradise? Why is it called Escape from Paradise? Nobody's holding her at her will. That'd be hard to do.
When Shantel said this, I ain't gonna lie, she got a chuckle out of me. But I also thought to myself, the fucking nerve. The fucking nerve. Let's lean into that just a little bit, right? I get it. She's trying to crack a joke or whatever. Remember all those times she claimed that Natter was holding her at her will? He would not let her leave the home. That big bitch. So a lot of the talking points that she has when it comes to the Paradise Girls applies to her and all those tears and all those claims that she had over the years. Let's remember that. Natter didn't allow her to leave. Natter is the one who held her hostage and all these things. Isn't that funny how that works? When it comes to Shantel and every time she needs to be a victim and she needs to be supported, she's very loud. But when it comes to other potential victims, and I'm not talking about Rosie, because I'm sure there's a bigger topic here and there's something else that should be focused on. When it comes to that, it's interesting how she's quick to shit on it. Because the truth is, none of us really know like the direction that this is going to go. Because at the end of the day, a trailer is supposed to do one main job, well, maybe two: get people talking and get eyes on it when it premieres. That trailer was that dramatic because it needs to draw eyes. For all we know, it might not go the direction that we think, but we'll see. We will see. But it's Shantel, always running her mouth with knowing close to nothing. That's why she would suck at being a reactor or a commentary creator, which is partly what she's always wanted to do. That's why she gets online and starts popping her shit like this, but she sucks at it. It's one of the bigger issues she has with a lot of us reactors, because we can continue to give our opinions and not completely put our foot in our mouths the way she does.
That Paradise House is getting publicity because there's a few of the women that been there who have passed away. I don't know much about Stefan, but a couple of the women died, and one died recently. I remember watching a stream when she was alive, and people kept saying, Rosie, the one quirky lover, Rosie, escaping Paradise. She's gonna act like a victim. Watch. He held me against my will here and forced me to eat. What do you mean escaping? Nobody forces those women to go there.
I understand, like, don't get me wrong, I get the shade because it's just like, Rosie, you did yourself no favors in that trailer. I understand the shade, but just imagine a 400-pound, smelly, barely mobile woman, problematic woman, sitting there talking all that shit, not knowing what is included in the documentary. Like, what do you mean escaping Paradise? Bitch, we at this rate, there's so many things that try to escape Shantel. Her chins are constantly trying to escape that hijab. Shit, in a few, if she keeps this up, her feet are gonna escape her body. Like, it's just, This little thing right here may not age well. That's another reason, if I was Shantel, I would just not talk shit. Through the years, how many times Shantel has talked shit and it just didn't age well? Because the minute some crazy shit happened, I'm adding escape this to this rant and I'm going in on her. Shit, if Salah makes it to the West, it's going to be Salah escaping this marriage because he going to dip. Whatever that timeline is that you have to stay in to be married, the minute that's one day over, Salah's out. Escaping Miriam. Just saying. Actually, that's a pretty good documentary, Escaping Miriam. Investigation Discovery, HBO, whoever is listening in, if there is someone listening in, I am not playing. If any of these shows that I've pitched over the years launch and I'm not an executive producer, I am going to raise hell. I'm just telling you right now. I just want executive producer and a good pay. I got I got this. Thank you. Go ahead, Shantel, continue.
She's screaming in the trailer. Ugh. Seriously. Perpetual victim. Big girls wanted.
Before we continue with this, I want to make sure I highlight this. Chunky cult member said, of course, nobody forced them to go there. However, predators and abusers don't exactly start out being nefarious. Exactly. Isn't that the same thing Shantel tried to spin when it comes to Natter Danger Dong El Shami? They don't start off like that, but they slowly change. You see that man Stefan sitting there on them live streams, happy-go-lucky, eating his food, music playing in the background. He probably sell these girls a dream, and he makes sure, in my opinion, to target vulnerable big backs, vulnerable. And I know that probably comes off insensitive, but at the end of the day, too, a lot of these ladies did go into this home knowing the dynamic, knowing their health is what it is. So when it comes to that specific thing, it's just like, that's unfortunate. You chose that. But when it comes to him being predatory, them accepting to live in that home, do content or whatever, is not a free pass for him to be a predator. It's not a free pass for him to potentially violate these women. That's not what that meant. That was never the understanding. And that's something he wouldn't have said, because guess what? That's illegal. It's disgusting. So let's continue with Chantel's little hot take.
Escaping Paradise. They're gonna make these women look like victims. They hyped it up. Giomara too. She likes Stefan. Do people have no personal responsibility for their own actions?
Did Chantel Marie just ask out loud, do people not have personal responsibility for their own actions? I don't know. You tell me, bitch. How many years has Shantel sat on this platform trying to blame anybody but herself for her own actions, for her behavior, for the reason she gets backlash online? She said this, and I'm just like, bitch, that applies to you, you dumbass. The same one who will sit there and be so confused why she gets backlash. This is the same Shantel, what, in the last couple of days, has been trying to excuse the behavior of a fucking bigot, a well-known bigot that's in her viewer. Like, oh, block him, or making excuses, which I guess in a lot of ways shouldn't be a shock, seeing that Chantel's a bigot. But like, bitch, shut up. Shut up. Please.
I blame myself for putting what I do in my body. They don't tell you the price you pay. Rosie, you're an idiot.
It's funny to me, honestly, because I just don't care anymore. You know, like, I've been working a lot on myself, and I am currently struggling with like my impulsivity, and I am currently struggling
with certain things, and I am running my mouth a little bit more than usual. Yeah, let them. Exactly. That's kind of what the philosophy I've been applying, right? It's like, I'm letting them talk. It's here.
Before we continue, I want to make sure I grab two Cardinals comment. Shantel is sitting there alone, cramming fries down her gullet, acting like she wouldn't throw herself at a man who offered to take care of her. The truth is, for whatever reason, she thought she was. Remember in the beginning, Sala, business, all these great things. He was going to take care of her. She didn't have to work. And then reality hit when she got off that fucking plane. That's the truth. Shantel, a lot of people don't revisit it anymore just because a lot of things with Shantel is drying up. But let's not forget the idea that Shantel had when she was first heading to Kuwait to marry Salah. She was going to be a housewife that was taken care of. She wasn't going to have to worry about shit. She was going to work because she wanted to, not that she had to. Please. And it's interesting because Shantel wants that life the same way Rosie does. And I know I've talked about this honestly at this point for a couple of months, so I don't want to say when I'm going to edit it, but I plan to finally circle back eventually, circle back to that stream that Rosie had when she thought she was about to be a housewife too. I believe it was a viewer who was like catfishing and lying. I think he was a cowboy or farmer or something like that. And he convinced Rosie like she was going to get taken care of. She was ready. She wanted that life. And then come to find out, the viewer was like lying and things like that. And I want to go over the stream where she discusses it. So it was a farmer, right? Yeah. Let me get it. Yes, the farmer. Y'all, when Rosie thought she was about to be living her best housewife life, two bowling balls in the bag, sorry. She thought she was really about to be living that life, and that is not what happened. That's why with her having Remy and the potential benefits that come from Remy, she's going to hold on tight because Remy wasn't a catfish. He wasn't a catfish.
Not hearsay, sorry. It's just babble because you have seen a singular quote in a minute 30 trailer.
But he's selling a fantasy. You'll be.
I'm gonna run it back once. I just want to run it back because we gotta get Rosie's clip again, and I had to include it once again. Hold on.
More than usual. Yeah, let them. Exactly. That's kind of what the philosophy I've been applying, right? It's like, I'm letting them talk. It's hearsay. Not hearsay, sorry. It's just babble because you have seen a singular quote in a minute 30 trailer.
But he's selling a fantasy. You'll be loved here, worshipped like a goddess. But they don't tell you the price that you pay.
You don't.
First of all, it's the dramatics, it's the angles. Let me tell you, this network, Investigation Discovery, they use the TLC 600-pound, my 600-pound life angle. Because let me tell you something. I don't know what it is these bitches be doing, but if I am being interviewed and I know this is going on national TV, first of all, raise the fucking camera. If I see a camera below my titty, raise the fucking camera. The executive producer gonna be like, oh no, we need to get started. No, we're not starting shit. Raise the fucking camera. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. You don't need to be down there. No. I know my angles. Well, I'm still working on it, but I know a good amount of my fucking angles. Raise the fucking camera. Don't play with me. Shit. Like, oh, we need to. No, you don't. No, the fuck you don't. I will raise her. I'll burn this whole bitch down. I don't know who you thought you was inviting here today, but I'm not these other dumb bitches. Raise the fucking camera off the ground. Matter of fact, I'll do it. I'm a creator. I know how to do this. Matter of fact, I'll bring my own lighting and pay me extra because of that. You crazy. Why is I don't understand why no one asked that. Like, why is the camera down there? Lift the fucking camera. Get a tripod. Matter of fact, let's order it off of Amazon. It could be here in less than 2 hours. Fuck. Just, y'all okay with that? Do you know how crazy that angle looked of Rosie? The amount of memes that are going to come from this documentary, I don't think Rosie understands. Like, you know whose Twitter account I'm going to the day that the documentary drops? Don't get me wrong. We watching it together in Discord. After that, you know whose account I'm going to have on notifications? Peggy Hill. If you on Twitter, if you've been in this corner of the internet for a while, you know Peggy Hill's Twitter. Peggy is a savage. I'm going to be locked in. I want every meme on my timeline. I'm going to be retweeting. I'm going to TikTok to see how they dragging her ass. Why did you do this? Either way, entertainment for me.
Don't know shit yet, right? So it's like you're making all of these assumptions, and honest to God, they're like all wrong. Like, I have not seen any accurate takes personally at all.
I want to make sure I acknowledge this because listen, the meme queens, and there are many of y'all, don't get me wrong. When it comes to Discord, some of the meme queens is Kim and Lily. So just know if you in Discord, we gonna be laughing. And from my understanding, it's more than one episode. I didn't realize that, so that's my fault. I should have looked into it a bit more. But baby, it's gonna be jokes on top of jokes. I want handles changed. I might actually start coming up here with different nicknames that matches each episode. Rosie, why? And another person I'm gonna really be paying attention to is Zio. Because you're doing a lot, baby girl. You're doing a lot on social media. It's like simmer down, simmer down. The price that you pay, the tone is that. Listen, it just was so dramatic. It was so dramatic. The price that you pay, bitch, you pay a price every time you put something in your mouth, and that ain't stopping you, ho. You don't go for a walk. You don't do shit. The price that you pay. And can we talk about the price that you pay real quick? How much was Rosie really making when she was doing the Foodie stuff? I'm not saying any amount makes it worth it, but I was talking about this recently with one of my friends, and I'm like, there's a chance Rosie didn't even make a bag for real. Imagine going through all that, smearing chocolate cake all over your ass, putting that thong or whatever you want to call it, that floss to the side, doing all that, getting all these different angles of that doggy door online for the rest of your life. What kind of bag did she make for real? If I'm going to do something that disgusting, which I wouldn't, if I'm going to do something that disgusting, I want every time somebody's in someone's chat dragging me, I want to be able to grab $100 bill to, you know what I'm saying? Granted, I wouldn't do that because that's dirty as fuck, but just for the dramatics, I need to have made so much money that I use $100 bill to blot my oily makeup. Do you hear me? That's how much money I need to have made. Oh, Charlie, this, that. Oh, we saw your long back. You're right. You know what you didn't see? This stack of money right here. Excuse me. I would be that type of bitch. Like, get on the phone with like a fake. Hold on, let me grab my phone. Pretend this is a stack of hundreds. Get on my phone, like ring, 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 ring. Hi, Bank of America. Yes, I'm calling to make another deposit. You want to verify the withdrawal that I made last week? Yes. Yeah, it was $10,000 cash. And I'd make that call, that fake ass call with a stack of hundreds on a live stream. Talk about my flat ass now. My flat ass. Listen, if I add these stacks of hundreds to my ass, I got a donkey. Do you? Like, I would need to be able to respond like that. That's my point. You did all that. The amount of different angles I have seen of Rosie's doggy door. Bitch, did you get paid? Maybe she wasted it. I just need to know, like, what was the pay? The fuck? I'm gonna get on this phone and act the fucking fool on live stream as y'all drag me. Long back, all that. Yeah. Just saying. Just let me get back. Well, actually, let me get up with some of the support. When I get to ranting, I get to ranting. That's one of my problems with these streams. I need to stop. Hold on. Let me grab this comment. Where'd it go? Zoe, I'm so serious. You know how short men be like, oh, they tall when they stand on their wallet? I have a donkey when I put my wallet behind me. You see what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to put together. Y'all got my point. Shit. Scram. I need to take a screenshot of this. Y'all, we got our first Bible. We got our first official, shit, what did we call it? The Book of Big Backs. Okay, there was another one too. We're still gonna play around with the name, but we got our first Bible verse. 2 washcloths verse 572.4. This is perfect. We have our first Bible verse. Thank you. Thank you. Smee, let me put this back up. Let me put this back up. Hold on, because you got to get it all together. And thank you again, Smee. Let me put this back up. Yes. Yes. Again, to any journalists or reporters, this is all a joke. This is satire. It's a joke. We're not a cult. I just want to keep that in mind. Oh my God. Ida, I'm not that high. To be fair, I'm not that how high is Charlie? Yes. I'm not that high. Like the edible hit, but remember, I start off with a half and then I take the other half later on in the stream, because there's been a time I took a whole edible like at the start of the stream, and by an hour and a half, I was struggling to get through super chats. Struggling. I was struggling so bad, but just a little bit, nothing crazy. I'm gonna take the other half during the break. That's what I'll do. I'll take the other half then. Let me see. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Luna. Shantel BC, before Cuba, period. You guys are geniuses. You guys are geniuses. Shit, Shantel before Cuba. God, just to imagine how long ago all that was. And thank you again, Boo. Matthew, the girls' holy commandment is good for the brain. Thank you. The holy commandment. Y'all hear that, y'all? I love when y'all tap in and you entertain the things that are in my mind, because I know this would hit. Okay, so this is what I think we should do. What I actually think we should do, we should come up with different like books and stuff like that. And then what I could do, when we have like a good amount, because I'm gonna save them, I could pass it off to Lilo and commission Lilo to try to make like a book. And I don't know how the pages would look, but I'm not an artist for real. So maybe we could do that. Maybe we could do that. And we could do like, you know how there's like New Testament and all that. Maybe we could do like different books, if that makes sense. I don't know if that made sense. It makes sense in my head. That's my point. It makes sense in my head. Techie Mommy, thank you for 11 months. Just got my BA software engineering. Let's go. Y'all, can y'all please tag Techie Mommy? Let's fucking go. And Techie Mommy, I'm gonna get my shit together, because not only do we need to celebrate you getting your BA, I know we have to talk about your small business. I know, because there's a few of y'all that I really need to get all this together, get some like balance, because we need to talk. We need to talk. Let's get back to Rosie's bum ass and all her issues.
So it's just kind of like funny to me, I guess. I'm excited for you. This could be a good opportunity for you. Thank you. Yeah. And it's like, I also think it's just a really important like thing to highlight. There's just a lot when it comes to him that's just like nasty. And excuse me. And I just think it's wild that
before Rosie's bitch ass continues, Farrell said the Book of Chubb, Volume 1, Chapter 4. What the fuck? And then I saw, hold on. And then I saw, give me 1 second, because I saw Nikki T responding to someone in chat. And credit to whoever. Thank you for this. I need to find Nikki T's comment. I cannot lose it. Give me a second. Where did it go? 7 deadly chins. 7 deadly chins. Y'all are on one. Y'all are on one. Oh, you guys make me so proud. Y'all make me so proud. Deadly chins. You know, wow. AD equals after demonetization. Oh, gag these bitches. Gag these bitches. Gag these bitches. I want you to know every time y'all do this shit and you dragging them, I just know I'm being reported at least 5 times from all sock accounts. I just want you to know. I just want you to know this right here is being time stamped and reported. I just need y'all to know that. Every time y'all sending this funny shit, I just, oof, thankfully for YouTube contacts. The pages should be made out of Amberlynn's old washcloths. Okay, we could actually. I need to take a screenshot of this. Mind you, I have to send all this to Lilo. Hold on. We could make a whole bibliography. If yes. Okay, so the pages are washcloths. Okay, the pages are washcloths. I just want to remind everyone who is here. I try to say at least once a week, sometimes once a month. I just need y'all to know, some of y'all are going to hell with me. You're going to hell with me. Yep. Wait, the Holy Trinity. Okay, so who's part of the Holy Trinity? So for me, it would be FFG, Shantel. And I know y'all would think the obvious answer is Amber, but like, I really think it would be FFG, Shantel, and Rosie right now. I know because Amber was the main girl for so long, but I really think it would be Shantel, FFG, and Rosie. I don't know. What do y'all think? Can be said the book of no job. The book of no job. I just want you to know y'all are so rude. Y'all are honestly so fucking rude. Y'all are so fucking disrespectful. Not the book of no job. The Holy Trinity. Yeah, the Holy Trinity. I'm still stuck on the book of no job. Y'all ain't right. Get it together. And actually, get it together while we bond. I'll be right back.
Having a mental health crisis. Please, someone save me.
Got a shopping cart? What the f is this?
You piggy pig pig. Oink, 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 motherfucker.
You're gonna be detained. Detain me, bitch. Beep, beep. Whee. Whoa, whoa. What the fuck, man?
Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Miss Piggy, no one wants you here.
Wink, wink, bitches. Maybe he's in the mood for pork. He doesn't get to eat it in real life, bitch. Go fuck yourself. Oink, oink.
Do I look like a giant baby?
You ain't got enough of this fever, I know, I know. Nothing would remain and you don't wanna go, so go. Cause you're picking your pace, no time to waste. I wanna love you but life doesn't wait. You can't stay here and waste away. You need to taste every mistake, fall out and get up again and again. Again and again and again and again. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. And I'll meet you up, I'll meet you at the end. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. I'll meet you up, meet you at the end. Don't you know what happens to dreams you don't follow? They crumble. You know I can't stand what you're getting so hollow. So go. meet you at the. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. I'll meet you at the end.
And we're back. And we're back. You know what? Pico had a good question. Y'all, what would be the first sin? And following that up, I'm gonna be worked a little backwards, but that still always gets me. I'm working a little backwards, but hold on. Smee said Chantel's chapter would be autonomy. I need to take a screenshot of that. And when this book comes out, I don't want to hear no complaining from y'all. Y'all been in this community long enough to know what's up. Y'all been in this community long enough to know what is going to be around here, okay? Shoot. Oop, what did I just do? I can't be that high. Anyways, let me also close out the poll. Let me close out the poll. 1 second. Let me see. Thank you to all 708 of you who voted. Who is more likely to have a documentary made about them? 74% said Keemstar. Agreed. 20% said Emily. 6% said Natter. I can actually see it in that order because you got to remember, Emily, a whole feeder ass bitch who's a nurse. I feel like there's a storyline and a dramatic way to, with obviously honesty, to tell all that while speaking about their past and stuff like that. But all three, make it 3 parts. Make it 3 parts. I don't know what we'd call it, but make it 3 parts. Let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to first sin cardio. I could see it. I could see it. Oh my God. Yup. Oh, book of rules. Rule number 1, Shantel lies. Period. Shout out to Yaba in the support group. That would have to be in the books. That would actually have to make it in the book for real. That would. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Let me grab this. Hold on. Oh, rice pudding, thank you. The sins. Bathing, standing, accountability, sensible eating, proper animal care, kindness, having it. Why did you eat them up like that? Hold on. Honestly, that is, like, if you really think about it, rice pudding covered a lot of them. Truly covered a lot of them. Ouch. Ouch. I ain't gonna lie, I would hate y'all too. Yeah, I would curse y'all the fuck out. Every chance I got, I would curse y'all the fuck out. Bishop, I don't understand these hefty industrial freezer-sized heffalumps with the "I know something about you" full superiority support. I'm high, all while being a pleading, lying pick me. It's the industrial sized freezer for me. Let me say this. For those who didn't watch all of Rosie's stream, and I don't have it here because I got bored like halfway through. Rosie's genuinely as wide as her fridge. And I'm not being dramatic. It's not me like doing the most. Rosie's as wide as her fucking fridge. So for Bishop to accurately clock a hefty industrial freezer size heffel. When Rosie was standing in front of that fridge, I said, bitch, this ain't the angle. I'd rather her put the phone, just to help her out, put the phone under your chin and under your nose. Put us right back in your face, bitch. Because this is not the angle. This was just not the angle. I was just like, are you not seeing this, Rosie? And her mama, who was in chat and bought her all those fucking pizza rolls, are you seeing your daughter? She's as wide as the fucking fridge. The fucking fridge that will be empty. Mind you, her mama only been gone a few days. Ooh. Batty Savvy, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Thank you to the new members. Enjoy, and get in that Discord. Remember, y'all are Supreme or higher, so you have access to the Discord. Y'all, I'm not kidding. She is as wide as the fridge. And I'm just like, ooh. Some Polish chick, thank you. In church, we sit in beat up rolling chairs. Listen, in church, we sit in beat up rolling chairs. I like that. With the chair towel. Okay, no. Okay, so here, listen. Okay, y'all, we gonna really build out this church. We're building out the book too. Okay, so in church, yes, we sit in the beat up rolling chairs, but the chair towels only go to on the seats of like, I guess like the leaders. So like the reactors, because that's where like the bishops and stuff sit or whatever. So the reactors and their partners, their chairs have the kitchen towels, so the chair towels. So the reactors have that. The choir, because we have to have a choir. So the choir, their chairs have the chair towels too. But for the rest of everyone, it's just simple beat up rolling chairs. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, Plant. Sorry, I'm going so out of order. That's the problem. Literally, it's not y'all. Hold on. Let me make sure I catch your comments so you know. Plant, I'm going so out of order, but I'm going to go back to them. Oh, wait. Smee. Hold on. The leaders get scooters with serving trays. Okay. I like that. Okay, so maybe the choir gets the kitchen towels. The leaders get the scooters. Who gets the dirty floor mattress? Because remember how these bitches stay getting fucked on floor mattresses? We have to include that in the church. Who would get the floor mattresses? Because the choir got the kitchen, the towels on their rolling chairs. We got to figure out who sits on the floor mattresses. We got to figure out what group within the church that does that. Yeah. Mods get it's Nid said it. It's Nid said it. I did not say that. I was just looking for comments, and I just want you to know it's Nid responded a little too fast by saying I did not say that. So Dessa, those who are shaming gets the mattress. You know what? I got one better for you, Dessa. Those who shame the bonding break or don't take the polls, y'all gotta sit on the floor mattress. Yeah, gotta sit on the floor mattress. So if you don't take the poll, you're on a floor mattress. If you sit here and slander the bonding break or tell lies about the bonding break, floor mattress. I love this for us. We need help. I just want you to know. Y'all, actually not we. It's y'all. I'm just the messenger. What is the choir singing? Um, we have to come up with okay, for one of the songs it has to be Chantel's Desperate. Remember the one she used to sing in Cuba all the time? She That has to be one of the songs that we have in rotation. And thank you so much for the support, boo. That has to be one of the songs. Um Honestly, y'all gonna throw tomatoes, but we have to have Crazy Frog part of it as well. Like it we kind of have to. We kind of have to. Sam. See, I know when I find my people. Crazy Frog got to be part of it. It seriously, it got to be part of it. Not Southern Bonita saying this cult is becoming a lot less. Listen, Lily, we didn't build this establishment. We didn't build this church alone. You heard me. You got a whole wrench. You're part of the what do we call it? We're part of leadership. Yeah. Cuz it's going to be all the reactors, our mods, our spouses. You're part of leadership, Lily. You can't say these things, especially in front of the rest of the church. We have to show a united front, Lily. We are building a church. Come on. Just saying. Mods, get it together. This is a problem when I'm high. I will drag something out way too long because why the fuck am I still talking? Why the fuck am I still talking? Jeez, hold on. Some Polish chick. Thank you for 10 months. The Rosie Foop is not a doggy door. It's one of those flappy things over the belt that you put your bag onto through x-rays at a TSA checkout. Made from flapping pieces of rubber. Drag that bitch. Drag her. Drag her. Y'all, we gotta like bring it in. Bring it in. The Church of Jesus Rice, praised be. You know, I want there to be a possibility left that we don't go to hell. And y'all make it harder and harder each fucking stream. What has my channel become? Oh my god. Ooh, hold on. FFG is the Chantalist church bishop. You know she couldn't have it any other way. But here's the problem with having FFG in leadership. We have to make sure the treasury of the church is like accounted for. We got to make sure our funds are where it's supposed to be if she's part of leadership. So, you know, we can't allow her to like just take money from the church. Fucking with her as a bishop, we gonna realize 2 years down the line she done took $2 million from the church. You know what I'm saying? So whoever's running the treasury, we got to make sure they're not, you know, linked up with FFG. We got to make sure, you know, that's audited probably weekly if we're gonna have FFG be one of the bishops. We really got to look out for the church. We can't just get got like that. She did it for like over a year in the community. Imagine what she'd do with a fucking church. You know how she made sure to lean into how much she loved animals. Whatever the church is focused on, that's what she gonna lean into. That's what she gonna lean into. So I can't. And you know that bitch a storyteller. So we got to protect the funds of the church. That's my point. We got to protect the funds. And since that I'm still running my mouth and not even halfway through this damn thing, this is crazy. This is crazy. Guys, let's get through some of this. This is one of the reasons I always say to myself, girl, you got to stop taking edibles. You stream.
I think it's wild that people support him. I think it's crazy. Like, I honestly think a lot of it is they just don't know the full scope. But I mean, I mean, hey, James Charles has fans, right? So, what can you do? All right, Rosie, get it together. All right, we're putting hair up. We're starting to clean. I'm yapping.
Wait. Valgal said instead of a come to Jesus meeting, it's a come to Dr. Now meeting. Praise be. Praise be. Yes. Yes. Oh yeah, and we do have to have Dr. Now part of the church. For sure. I don't know if he'll be part of the board or something like that, but Dr. Now does have to be part of the church. So yeah. Thank you, Valgal. Genius.
But yeah, there is a lot of craziness happening, Nebby. It's just crazy because, like I said, on members only. I was like kind of joking around. I was just like, let me be petty for just a second. But do you know why Zio was unhappy with the documentary? I don't know specifically why. No. I don't know what her exact involvement is. I know that I know what she said publicly is that she feels betrayed and tricked, and that she was told one thing versus what she saw in the trailer.
Now, before we get to this, just a heads up. I still don't fully understand why Zio is so upset. I understand that she thought this documentary would be taking a different direction, and based on the trailer, she feels misled. But this is just another rant from the other day, and she's directly speaking to somebody. I'm not sure who she's speaking to. I don't know. It could be the viewers that have been criticizing her and kind of laughing at her, or something. But either way, this is one of Zio's many rants.
All I'm gonna say is I am not somebody to play with. I will sit in silence and I will stay in silence. But don't mistake that. And don't mistake me for a pussy ass bitch, because I ain't never been one and I will never be one. Okay? I can say a million bajillion things, but I won't. And I don't. But another thing that you will not do is sit there and mock me for feeling what I am feeling. This was unfair to me, and that's it. This is not going to show or prove who I am, because who I was and who I am was already before this fuck ass documentary. I just feel like I wasn't given a chance. I was given a chance, but I was given it on different terms.
Obviously.
What is Zio gonna do from a bed? This is the same Zio, her big ass, ate herself to being in that damn nursing home. I believe she's still learning to walk, or maybe she's walking at this point, maybe slowly. Shantel has more mobility than Zio. Shantel would be able to get to you faster. Yes, she has a scooter, but still, she would get to you. Shantel has more mobility. So, I mean, unless she plans to pop her shit from that nursing home, what are you doing, bitch? I'm confused. I ain't a pussy ass bitch. What are you gonna do? Granted, people do have Pookie and Nems in their back pocket, so maybe she got a few Pookie and Nems. But Zio, girl, shut the fuck up. And then she posted this TikTok as well yesterday, so let's take a look at that. It's just like, this girl can't shut the fuck up. Mind you, all we got is a trailer that's a little bit over a minute. Imagine when the series drops. God, I'm gonna have to keep her shit on her notifications on.
I'm gonna come out in a short documentary on June 10th. It's called Escaping Paradise. It's not funny. I think it's not funny. It's not funny. I was sold a different picture, and it is what it is, and it's gonna come out. And they were supposed to come to this nursing home that I'm at and film, but I was going through a tough time, I had just put 2 drains in my.
Before she continues, I don't mean to interrupt, but did possibly Kim say what Zio's gonna do is a bariatric scolding? Kim, a bariatric. Hold on, I need to take a screenshot of this. She just fucking said a bariatric scolding. Yo, nobody tells Zio about us. Nobody tells Zio about us. She gonna hate us. She gonna hate us, and I don't need her making a TikTok dragging me. But Kim said a bariatric scolding. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? A bariatric scolding? Zio, before you drag me on TikTok, bitch, just know I will. This ain't what you want, bitch. I'm sorry, my community funny as fuck. Just take the L. Just take the L. I don't want to hear no fucking rants coming from that big bitch.
My gallbladder. I had an infected gallbladder, if you guys remember. I had to be intubated for a 5th time. Then I ended up having and needing, and I got my first surgery, gallbladder surgery. That's why they didn't come here to film. Of course, I went with my go-to. It's been a rough week since the trailer came out. Mind you, the producers called me and told me that the trailer was, hey, like they called me and told me the trailer's gonna come out within the next couple of weeks. It came out 3 days after that conversation. Not even 3 full days. So, yeah. Not just that, I was told it was a documentary about being plus size, about the plus size community, about loving yourself and your body, about different.
The problem is, I don't know if you mean this as a joke, being shady, or you're being serious. They could still interview her on the ventilator. I never want that sentence to be applied to me and my fatness, ever. They could still interview her. Yo, we're going to hell. The sad part is, I don't know how you mean this. I don't know how you mean it. But you're also not wrong. It's mid. Thank you for 14 months. Imagine eating yourself into a nursing home. Zio, sit down, girl. Actually, get up. That's the problem. Get up. Also, can I lead the band in the church? Yes, it's Nid is now the band leader. Don't forget, we have to play Crazy Frog. So, Crazy Frog is on the list. Pathetic is on the list. We got to think of a few more. But just know Crazy Frog is on the list. And as the leader, you have to make sure you get everybody excited for that. Okay? Plan. Charlie should make fortune cookies with all the chat screenshots inside. Could you imagine? Yo, imagine if we had the money for that for real. Because I do screenshot a lot of y'all comments. That would be actually really cool. That would be so cool. Let me let Zio finish. The way I have not let these bitches finish one sentence, and I'm the one who edited this.
Stuff that I can't talk about because you have to wait and see. Tune in. It's gonna be on HBO, HBO Max, ID Discovery. I don't fucking know. This shit's fucking nuts. Like, I don't want to say too much, and I don't want to talk about it until it all is over with, until they all come out, and then possibly I'll be sharing my side of it. But possibly, keyword. I just am dumbfounded. Make sure when you sign NDAs that you have somebody that's with you reading it. Am I having regrets? Woo!
Honestly, y'all, I played the clip because she posted it, but I really don't know what she's going on and on about. I really don't. It's just she's going on and on. So I just feel like it's going to be more fuck shit once it drops. And then I think she'll be more comfortable to say whatever it is she's holding back or what she was scared of. Glass Diamond, you said my comment got lost. It probably was something really funny or good. Tag me. Do me a favor. Tag me so I could be highlighted so I could catch it a bit better. But I want to catch your comment. I know I miss a lot of comments. me trying to focus on everything, I always fall behind. But if you had something that you really wanted me to see, just tag me in chat and I'll make sure to try to find it. Back to Rosie.
I have no insight on that. I'm not involved to that level at all. But like I said, I don't remember if I said it in my last public live or in my members only live, but I do not feel, I think I said it publicly. I don't feel like it's my place to tell her how she should or shouldn't feel. You know what I mean? Like, if she's upset, I think that's her right. Like, she has her own participation. Like, she has her own participation in it and her own experience, and however she feels about that. You know, I've followed Zio for a long time, like, well before her medical emergency. That, like, you know, with how she's been learning how to walk again and trying to regain use of her arm. I have a genuine question. Not on a live. I didn't reach out to Stefan, he reached out to me.
I'm going to run that back and I want you to just take a look at her face and how she gave this viewer attitude. And it doesn't seem like they were intentionally trying to be rude or anything. She could have answered this differently, but this is how she chose to answer. Keep in mind, this is the same Rosie who want to sit here and act confused on why people think she has an attitude or she loses support. I just want you to take a look at this one more time.
You know, with how she's been learning how to walk again and trying to regain use of her arm. I have a genuine question. Not on a live. I didn't reach out to Stefan, he reached out to me. I shared the screenshots, babe.
And if we want to talk about screenshots, once again, let's not forget how thirsty she was. Like, I already talked about this, babe. Girl, shut the fuck up. Thirsty ass. Thirsty fucking ass. Because this is the thing with Rosie. And I was actually having this conversation, I want to say the other day. Y'all notice with Rosie, y'all never really hear her talk about, like, goals for the future, like where she sees her future. And let me explain why I'm bringing that up. Rosie talks about her life. Like, her life, parts of it, mostly her in the kitchen, is content. You hear her talking about, like, Remy in school, so obviously he's, seeking something in a specific field. What is it that Rosie wants to do? Rosie, I think, is 33 or 34. Have we ever heard Rosie say, hey, in the future, I'd like to start this business, or I would like to end up in this field, or I would like to, like, she talked about that damn cookbook that she mentioned, but let's be real, that was going to be a flop and she'd probably be using other people's recipes anyways. But when does she actually talk about a future? And the reason I think she is like that, obviously outside of the fact that she's a lazy ass bitch, but I think her end goal has been for a while to live off of the next person. And the next person after her parents is who? A partner. I think that's all Rosie's been waiting for. And again, she got at least something there with Remy that she can hold on to and that she could benefit. With him being a veteran, with him being in school, obviously trying to get some type of career, whatever it is. He's definitely showing her that he is generous. It may not be pricey, but he's always getting her something. From her parents' house, it's going to just be to the next partner's house. She's never planning to actually, I don't know, bring anything to the table. Because truly, what does Rosie bring to the table? Her cooking does not count. Her cooking does not count. No. Like, that's crazy. So it's just like, it dawned, actually, I think it was my friend who brought it up. And we were talking about it. And I was just like, that's true. That bitch never really talk about anything for the future. Ever. Like, she really, really don't. Oh, and grass clippings. So crazy. Thank you for tagging me and telling me it was a super chat. Your super chat was actually coming right up. So sorry, y'all, because I always fall behind. The Psalms of Snot Rockets. You're looking beautiful as always. Thank you. Not the. I gotta save that. Hold on. Not the fucking snot rockets. Oh my god. Hold on, y'all. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are something else. I just want y'all to know. I gotta save this. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it. I'm not saving these in vain. Just keep Lilo in your thoughts, y'all. 'Cause I gotta commission Lilo to do this. Plant in the name of the washcloths, the boil, and the holy scooter. Okay, so that's how we have to end our prayers, y'all. That's how we have to end our prayers. Okay, so we got that down packed. Period. I know we're being dragged somewhere on a forum. I just know we are being dragged somewhere on a forum, and that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Oh my God. Thank you, Smee, for this. When it comes to Rosie, while her parents cater to her, they don't see a future in her, which is why they give everything to the brother. They pamper her enough to pawn her off. It's why they don't care who she dates. Ouch. And true. And true. Ain't that a fucking shame? Ain't that a fucking shame? Back to Rosie's bum ass.
Yeah, he said the first message. He added me. I'm pretty sure we started talking in, if I remember correctly, I'm like pretty confident I found him on TikTok like pre-allegation. And that's how all that transpired, and I didn't take it any further because he's fucking weird. I did express interest in potentially going to Vegas.
Her thirsty ass did, but hold on. It said instead of amen, we burn. It's Nid. The problem with you saying that is because someone will suggest instead of us burping, we fart like Shantel. Like instead of amen, we could put on the speakers a different fart sound from a different era. Like the lobster mac and cheese fart sounds very different from like the fart she did like a few weeks back, like ready, set, and then she. Okay, guys, can you please behave? Let's get back to Rose.
At that time, it was 2020, 6 years ago. That was before I broke my foot. That was before everything happened in Omaha that led to my breakup to moving to Florida. That was before so much shit came to light for me. I was truly an entirely different person at that point. So
Smee said instead of holy water, it's ranch dressing. Why are we so fucking ridiculous? What the fuck? Ranch? Yo, y'all ain't shit. Stop. My makeup gonna run. Sorry. I know we're supposed to. Let's focus on Rosie telling these fucking different. Whoo. Jeez, a mess. A mess. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe it's cluster B. Charlie, in this stream, she says she had her first PHP program at 17. That's a rehab program for addiction for teens. I think Rosie is trying to convince her mom her bad behavior was because. Oh, I didn't know that. I know she went to some program, but I didn't know that. Thank you. I didn't actually know that. Wait, where did that? Rancid said no Ash Wednesday, only Wash Rag Wednesday. Hold on. Wash Rag Wednesday. You know, let's get back to Rosie. Because I will literally sit here and do this for another 2 hours, and that's horrible.
I mean, I've noticed like a slight increase. Like I've got people reaching out to me. Actually, I'm getting a lot of people reaching out to me because, because FB is like fucking fuming, I guess. I don't know.
Now, this is a few clips from the mukbang that did obviously get deleted.
I am like so annoyed with this whole trailer I've seen of this Escaping Paradise HBO special that's coming out. Have you guys seen it? It's basically Paradise, Pearadise, is the home of a man named Stefan. He's a man who really loves BBW women. Okay. He wanted to create a haven for these women to come be themselves, have fun. Like, you know, fat girl club, you know, treehouse club or something. Which is nice because as the trailer says, it's hard for larger bodies, especially women, to feel loved and accepted. Is obesity dangerous? Yes. But this trailer, I don't know if the documentary is going to have that angle, but it's making Stefan look like a villain.
Predators tend to be looked at as villains. People like Stefan tend to be looked at like villains, as they should. Shantel sat in front of all this fucking Taco Bell, did no research, and decided to cape for this man just so she can have an opportunity to shit on Rosie. I want to be clear, this is equivalent to how Shantel was upset when when Natter first came around, viewers were rooting for Natter to spite Shantel. And her thing was, oh, I told you he's horrible. You guys are rooting him on to spite me. That's what she's doing with Stefan. Because if she took a moment to do a quick Google search, she would have seen some of the allegations come up and what makes him so controversial. But instead, she ordered her fucking Taco Bell, rolled that damn scooter to the door to get it, and then sat her big ass in front of a fucking camera to cape for once again another fucking predator.
That's the part that really peeves me off because, I'm sorry, did he make you go to Paradise? Did he force you to stay? And I'm sorry, but what is Rosie doing in there? Like, did she? I don't even think she's been to that house. And she's acting like such a crybaby victim, which is not surprising.
I just want to drive it home. This is Shantel saying these words. We watched, prior to Sala being in the picture, we watched everything that went down. All the ways she made a mockery of her situation, the different times she'd come on the internet looking for sympathy, support, all of that. And for her to sit here and have this take, fuck Rosie. But the fact is, she doesn't know what's actually going to be in this documentary, and she still did all this just to clap at Rosie when really she could have just been talking about Rosie if she wanted to. But she thought this was an opportunity, and look at what she sounds like. To the point now she had to delete it because she couldn't handle the criticism.
In the trailer, and it's like, what does she even have to do? Like, they're just like, I don't know. And she's in the trailer, she's crying. They don't tell you the price. No, because you're supposed to be a grown adult and make your own decisions. No one is forcing you to do anything. You are where you are because of your own actions. That includes me. That includes every other person in that house. So to blame Stefan for grown adults and having free will over their own choices is ridiculous. I don't watch the Rosie lady, but You know, she's technically part of Gore World, so peripherally I hear about her sometimes, but that's about it. So anyways, quit your crying and take ownership of your own life, Rosie.
Well, that didn't age too well because earlier today, Shantel deleted the video and posted a few community tab posts. This happens to be one of them. I deleted my video, more headache than what it is worth. I don't care. I don't care about anyone involved. I thought the documentary was about something else. FYI, if you take the time to write a huge paragraph telling me why you can't support me, I don't care and won't even read it. Well, she skimmed it enough to know what the point of the paragraph was, so I guess it doesn't matter. She read enough of it, didn't she? Like, this bitch is so dumb. And then she, for whatever reason, posted a conversation I guess she's having with AI. And it's just like, I know we talk about it sometimes, but more and more I realize I think Chantal really has like full-blown conversations with AI. Like that's probably a close friend of hers. Cause I'm not gonna be reading all that, but seriously, see, even AI says y'all haters are miserable sheep with brains that big. To the rest, I love y'all's. Not sure when I will be going live today. I'll let y'all know. XO. AI. It's Shantel. It's Shantel. Honestly, Valentina, I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up being the case for Shantel. She might actually be on her way. Like, I don't know what she thought that was supposed to do, what message that was supposed to send, but it's Shantel and she don't really use her brain. Back to Rosie.
When she first started talking shit, someone came to me and was like, she's like, calling you idiot. I was like, what the fuck did I do? And I go and I look, because I got nosy, and I, like, the first thing she said is, Rosie's on HBO Max? And I was like, that's it. That's it. That's it. That explains it all. Everything after that, noise. So, anyway. I haven't seen anything else from the new stuff. I don't care to, but I've gotten a lot of DMs about it, and people being like, and I've gotten multiple people being like, I came to check you out, and like, you know, I followed you, and I think you're great, blah 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 blah, from her talking shit. I was like, all right, cool.
One of the things that, and I mentioned it, I think in the last stream, one of the things that Rosie's looking forward to the most is the potential new eyes it brings to her platform. So while we get closer to the documentary releasing and as it, rolls out, pay attention to her behavior, because I have a feeling she's going to try to be on her best behavior for, who knows? It could be a few hundred people. A few hundred people is a lot. Even if it's just, say, a couple of dozen new eyes, that's a couple of dozen. That's still a lot of people. So I plan to pay attention to her behavior around the time that the documentary is definitely about to drop, just to see how much she tries to fake it, only to end up being her true self anyways. But I just want to see what she does with that.
I mean, thanks. HBO Max is so mainstream, you're breaking out. But thank you, yeah. I've seen multiple comments of people being like, actually, I'm not going to say that. That's, never mind. Okay.
Wait, did Rosie just say she saw a whole bunch of comments? Where would she have seen a whole bunch of comments? And if all she did was skim and try to keep tabs on what's being said online about Stefan? She caught herself in that moment. That's the problem. Because she was going to talk about the things she's been reading up on because she's been looking into it. And then she caught herself. She's like, I'm not. She always telling herself. Rosie reads her forum. Rosie probably reads the comment section of at least 5 reactors. I know she probably on Twitter. I wouldn't be surprised if her and Remy had like a specific thread in that Discord that they share that's just for criticism. They probably got a thread for reactors. They got a thread for viewers. That's one of the reasons she could tell like what viewer was in what reactors chats and stuff like that. Oh, trust me, that Discord probably got receipts on top of receipts. Reddit. If you see this, the QuirkyLoveRosee Reddit, I know she got a thread in the Discord just for y'all. I'm sure of it. Cause I even be checking Reddit more now because of Rosie's thread. I'm not even a Reddit girl for real like that. Like I check up on Reddit like once or twice a week. Bitch, once that QuirkyLoveRosee thread started moving over there on Reddit, I was like, let me see what they up to today. Who popping they shit today? You know Rosie is up on them. Please.
Actually, I think because it's just interesting. Like, seeing how everything's been playing out, and it's like only been a couple days, and it's like, just watch the fucking documentary, and then like why is I mean, I guess it's just the nature of the world, the nature of social media. I wouldn't say I'm famous at all. But that's been like a lot of people have been like saying that to me. I don't know if that's like being memed somewhere or something, but
If any of y'all said that, I would automatically know it's a joke and you're trolling. There's a part of Rosie that really wants her little part to take off. Where does she think this would take her? This documentary? She really thinks she hot shit. And don't get me wrong, there is a part of Chantel's rant that I actually do feel that she's like jealous of Rosie, which makes no sense. But it makes sense because it's Shantel. But from a logical step, the fuck? You in that documentary you think of, bitch, get a cameo on Housewives, and I promise y'all I'ma turn into a real hater. People call me a hater. Let one of these bitches get a cameo on one of the Housewives franchise before me. Oh, I'ma turn into a hater then. Cause then I'm jealous. But if it ain't that bitch, what the fuck do I care? What do I care? The fuck? Get to ask a question at the summer house reunion, bitch. I would be number one hater. Number one hater. Like I would top FFG at being a hater. If one of these bitches got to ask a direct question to Amanda or Wes at the summer house reunion or some shit, oh, I'm starting all type of rumors. I don't care. Let me see. The Observing Crow. Oh my gosh, I just noticed that cute little plant pot behind you. Oh, you never noticed them? I'm pretty sure I got them on Amazon. The seated pose, too cute, right? That's why I got them. I literally put thought into the background because I wanted it to give a certain vibe. So anytime y'all point out y'all like something back there, it makes me happy. Because I'm not an interior designer for real. Like I have things that I want to put together, but I'm one of those people I put it together and it looks tacky. So I'm just happy I like this for real. And I'm gonna get to the other support. I skip around, but I will make sure I run it back to get to the support that I missed. And Kim, I definitely did check Discord. I know this is an older screenshot, but Kim, I'm gonna play Rosie. And then I'm going to put up the image that you fucking sent me in Discord. Y'all work so fast, and I love y'all for that. I love y'all for that.
Well, because I've been really struggling with my insomnia, I've touched on it lightly that I've been dealing with some hypomania because I have what's called MDD, major depressive disorder, which is also known as unipolar, which can include for some people something called mixed episodes, which includes hypomania. And hypomania is a lesser form of mania, which is more associated with bipolar disorder. I was diagnosed when I went to the mental hospitals here in Florida, like 2023, when I met a psychiatrist who really changed my life. He was amazing. Who referred me to another great psychiatrist, who was the person who referred me to the psychologist. All three of them confirmed my MDD/PDD, which is persistent depressive disorder, which is essentially the same disorder, but longer term. My ADHD, my PTSD slash CPTSD, which isn't an official diagnostic criteria if you're familiar with the DSM-5. And I think something else that I don't fairly remember. It might have been something like GAD, which is generalized anxiety disorder, which I don't like. I see that as under my PTSD umbrella personally, but you know, whatever. So I don't deal with hypomania very frequently, and I don't deal with hypomania in the same way that people who are bipolar deal with it, which is obviously because I don't have bipolar. But this like the week leading up to the trailer announcement was a lot for me, and I'm still kind of like, I thought like when I went live the day that the trailer released, and also Friday, I thought I was like getting out of it, doing better, but then I started kind of, I had like a little dip, and then I've been kind of struggling with some of the symptoms still. But I'm just trying to do my best, and that's one of the reasons why I'm live right now, so I can just kind of chat and do something that is something I've been neglecting because of the state my mental health has been in. And I'm really frustrated. I'm like really frustrated that it's taken me this long. So I'm just here trying to do something good for myself, you know.
Is everyone still here? I just want to check to make sure everybody's awake. Wake up. I know the last few minutes was tough. Wake up, everybody. We're back. We're back. Honestly, there's a part of me that thinks Rosie lists all that off because it is confusing to follow. I'm just like, you're still going? You're still going. And I don't have a PhD. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not in the medical field. There are certain things that I've heard her say that I'm like, but for the most part, it's tough following all that. And I really do think that's part of the reason she does it. Because, yeah, that's a lot. Valentina said she loves to yap about stigma. She always faces, yet comes up and goes in a detailed list. I would never. This is peak attention-seeking behavior, 1000%. She just goes on and on. Cancer warrior, I don't blame you. And hey, boo, I do not blame you. She just kept going. I'm just like, oh my God. I want to remind y'all, like, in a lot of ways, we're the buffer. Like me, the chat, we're a buffer to this. But imagine the people who are watching this straight on. This was her content. Just Jamie, thank you. Rosie, just stop with the word salad of excuses. That's really all it is. It's crazy. And she just keeps going and going. If she puts some of that energy that she has to keep running her mouth into actually moving her body and trying to maybe get like a better quality of life, she wouldn't have to use all those fucking words. That's the sad part. Back to her and her word salad.
Sorry, I went to the bathroom. What did they say you were wrong about? Oh, just like, and what I mean by that is like, I was not diagnosed with PTSD until I was 23. My ADHD was not diagnosed properly or handled properly. I was misdiagnosed as bipolar at 16 by, I think, like a general practitioner, which is wild. And that didn't get corrected until 2023. And then there's the whole me believing and, well, me knowing that I'm undiagnosed autistic. And that aspect of my childhood that I had to come to grips with back in 2020, 2021.
This isn't over. And I'm still autistic.
For anyone who hasn't been following Rosie, this clip right here, and I'm going to run it back so you could see it right after she says what she says. That clip is what she filmed herself saying after she was told by professionals she wasn't autistic. Keep in mind, I believe she was assessed twice. Both times, no, you're not autistic. So take a look at this dramatics. Don't it kind of look like the same Rosie, the same tone and everything that was crying in that fucking the trailer for the documentary? If you really close your eyes and listen to her, it's the same shit she's doing. Dramatic ass.
And that didn't get corrected until 2023. And then there's the whole me believing and, well, me knowing that I'm undiagnosed autistic.
Before we continue, Nikki T, where is your comment? I need to save this. I just saw Nikki T say it. Nikki T has it. Nikki T literally has all of Rosie's lore. Nikki T, whole video available on my archive channel now if anyone needs it. Can one of my mods link it, please? And Nikki T, if you don't mind, can you DM that to me? Nikki T got all the fucking juice when it comes to Rosie. Oh, by the way, Nikki T, that has a price tag on it. There's a reason I save the archives that I got. That got a price tag on it. Save that whole archive, because one day these production companies, they gonna need receipts, and you could be like, this hard drive, this is how much for your documentary, your project, whatever. Put a price tag on all that shit. I wish one of these people would hit me up. Number one, yes, I need to be an EP, and you gonna pay for my receipts. You think I did it for the fun of it? I enjoy, yes, but hell no. This is gonna be worth something someday. Pay up. The fuck?
And that aspect of my childhood that I had to come to grips with back in 2020, 2021.
This isn't over. And I'm still autistic.
And
that's literally not how that works. Like, you just saw that clip for the second time, right? This isn't over. And I'm still autistic. You know what she looks like sitting there? You know when you have to break it down to like a kid in your life, say a nephew or a godson, like you gotta sit them down and explain to them they can't go to school, telling the kids they Superman and hitting them with webs. They're not super, or Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like, you can't go around hitting other kids with your cape. You have to be at school to learn. And then they'll sit there, huff and puff and cry and be like, well, I'm still Spider-Man. Yes, yes, baby, you're still Spider-Man. But when we send you off to school, we need you to stop with the web. We need you to sit there and learn. Spider-Man loved to learn. That's what I feel like talking to her like. That's what it gives. And this is a grown-ass woman sitting here on the internet crying like a fucking toddler because she didn't get the answers that she desperately wants so she could get the same attention that I guess her brother got because he's autistic. This isn't over. I'm still autistic. Yes, baby. Yes, you are still a Power Ranger. Wolverine is in you. Yes, that's right, baby. Yes. But I need you to stop clawing little Johnny, okay? He is not the enemy. He is not, baby. No. No, he does not have the Infinity Stones, baby. No. Johnny's just at school to learn like you, okay? The fuck?
And that I've been working on over the years, and coming to grips with that has helped me become a better version of myself. I've not been diagnosed. I just said that. Oh, you send me like a lot of hate. Yeah, you follow me on Instagram. Yeah, I recognize your username. You can just go, actually. Deuces.
How much you want to bet she recognized that username from one of two places? Reddit or Twitter? I don't even think it has to do with her Instagram. Whoever you were that she blocked, because she blocked them, so obviously I couldn't get the screenshot. Whoever you were, your username is probably the same one on Reddit or Twitter. I'm telling you right now.
But yeah, so because I don't have access to getting a diagnosis, so I need to see a specialist. So, and I don't have that right now. But yeah. So anyway, I've never, and that's the thing is I was trying to not bring that point up for that reason, because the invalidation is crazy. Because if you don't understand the nuance of American healthcare, and you don't understand the nuance of being an autistic woman, and especially in my age group.
Well, she's not autistic. Good thing that Rosie's not autistic. So what she says, please. Ophelia said, I'm just saying, as someone who is diagnosed autistic and MSN, the things that help autistic people can help neurotypical people too. That does not automatically equal you being autistic. That. I've heard this so many different times. I just can't echo it back. I feel like I mix up certain things, and that's not to like be disrespectful. That's why when I see these comments, I grab them. And who is speaking up once again? Someone who is autistic. Those are the viewers that, like, don't get me wrong, I do think it's fucked up. It is worth criticizing, but you see when someone who is where that is their lived experience, they have more passion behind it because it's more frustrating. Because she's literally making a mockery of someone's lived experience. Because for whatever reason, Rosie thinks that could be used as a shield, and somehow that fixes or heals the neglect that she feels she got from her parents because they were more focused on her brother.
Or older. I don't want to have a conversation with you about it, to be real. Well, actually, so Chronically Kelly, honestly, I feel like I've talked about this in the past. This is a really sensitive subject. Do I want to get into this one now?
The reason I intentionally am keeping these parts in where she's thinking and she's pausing, normally I cut those down so we don't sit through them. It's because it's in these moments when she's pausing and she's really thinking. I know, like, someone who hasn't watched Rosie, you'd probably think like, oh no, she's pausing to think. A lot of people do that. No. Rosie does this thing within her streams. You start to notice it where you know she has reactors and viewers and people who criticize her in the back of her mind. She's trying to remember what she probably said in the past, so she doesn't get she doesn't contradict herself here. Because if you pay attention to the creators who've been covering Rosie way longer than me, Nikki T, I've talked about Scarletter, Aren't You Exhausted? They have the clips ready when she's contradicting herself. And the more reactors start covering her, the more she's been you can tell in real time she's thinking about that. So that's why she's pausing like that. That was like a long-winded way to tell y'all. That's why I feel like she's pausing like that, because she's thinking about what the fuck she said in the past. Because her shit is deleted off of her channel, but there's plenty of archives.
The man that I talked about in my We're All Insane podcast interview, the man that cyber stalked me until 2021, he profiled me as being autistic before I was aware that I was autistic. And he used that to neg me all the time. And so for a long time, I would not accept that possibility. And as time went on, I started like coming to some realizations. I started doing a lot of research, reading a lot of research articles, taking a lot of different tests. I spent about a part of a year listening to other people's experiences, talking with my therapist about it. I didn't just watch a few TikToks and decide I was autistic. I know a lot of people love to push that narrative on people. That is not what happened with me. Coming to terms.
It's not just TikToks. It's books, it's articles, it's papers. Rosie has studied being autistic. And I know a lot of people may do that to better understand, their lived experience in navigating that. But no, Rosie literally studies it. And a little later in the stream, you're going to see where she pulls up this book by this author. And you would think that she was studying for a college paper with the amount of highlighting and things that she did. And I just want you to see it from that perspective, because that's how I saw it when she first pulled out the book and she was trying to say like, yeah, I highlighted this because I could relate. I highlighted this. I'm like, this looks like you were studying this. You were studying this to make sure you could fit the narrative that she's been trying to push. That's the best way to put it.
Sorry if I cry. Coming to terms with realizing that I'm autistic was one of the best things that's ever happened to me. It helped my childhood make sense. It helped me to stop trying so hard to make other people see me in certain ways, it made me realize how I can be truly authentic to myself. And it made me find a peace that I never had before I came to that realization. This is not something I'm lying about for attention. This is not something that I take lightly at all. And in hindsight, I regret making the vlogs that I did about it, simply because of how weaponized it is against me.
And by weaponized, what she means is every time she contradicts herself, anytime she's being a hypocrite, anytime she's just flat out lying, there is someone who has a clip or a receipt to show that, especially when it comes to the different ways she has approached trying to be diagnosed. Let's see. Just Jamie, thank you. What she does is find medical/psych conditions online and then searches how these things could apply to her. That's not how any of this works. She's 100% looking for excuses for her lack of progress. Bingo. And you really can't argue that. You can't argue that.
Because it is sensitive to me. And in a way, it saved me. Actually, I'm going to say this instead. I'm trying to learn not to care about other people's opinions of the validity of my trauma, because I lived it. So Jake said, I thought you got tested for autism and said that you weren't. Did I miss something? That's not what happened. That's the thing. A lot of the drama channels are twisting what happened. I did get assessments. I mentioned it earlier in 2023. I asked them if they could assess me for autism. They weren't sure at first, and then they decided to go along with it. Then they pushed forward, and we did all the assessments. They went through everything. The main point of my referral was for the mental health stuff, the MDD, all that stuff. But I pushed for autism. I wanted to also get assessed for dyslexia and other stuff, but that would cost an additional $800, and I wasn't able to access that. When I got the results back, what she said to me, and this...
I just want to point something out real quick, because I just took the comment off screen, but I want to highlight it one more time. Shadow Midna said she doesn't even have the balls to look at us in the fucking eye. Do you realize when she actually started looking at the camera again is when she decided to mention she doesn't have the money, the resources to accomplish getting, assessed again. But the whole time while she's going on, she's looking away, she's looking everywhere but at, the lens, the chat. And the minute she wanted to dry bag, she looked back down. Let me run it back so y'all can see that shit. That girl is so weird. I hope I didn't run it back too far back. Let's see.
$100, and I wasn't able to access that.
All right, let me just do a little further back so y'all could hear and see it the way I saw it.
Did get assessments. I mentioned it earlier in 2023. I asked them if they could assess me for autism. They weren't sure at first, and then they decided to go along with it. Then they pushed forward, and we did all the assessments. They went through everything. The main point of my referral was for the mental health stuff, the MDD, all that stuff. But I pushed for autism. I wanted to also get assessed for dyslexia and other stuff, but that would cost an additional $800, and I wasn't able to access that. When I got the results back, what she said to me, and this is something that many autistic people experience when they don't see the right type of psychologist. And this was something I wasn't able to do the research and find the type of psychologist, the kind of specialist that would be able to better help me in my specific case. So what this psychologist said to me was, you are probably autistic, but not autistic enough for us to diagnose you at this time. Come back in 6 months and we can try again. And that's an inherent flaw with the United States healthcare system that is not a reflection on the validity of my experiences. Period. I have never claimed to be diagnosed autistic at any time. You will never find a clip of that happening. Anyone saying that is lying. I've always used the terms either self-diagnosed or, once I found the better term, self-determined, because I'm not a fucking doctor. And I
Before this bitch continues with this rant, I want to make sure I get this. Ashley Grace, thank you. Says, say what she's saying is true. The way she continually makes a mockery of ASD is not okay. I'm so sick of her. That's the thing too. And I feel like viewers have asked her this and I still haven't heard a clear answer. Okay, let's say next week she gets diagnosed. Then what? Literally, then what? Because at the end of the day, it all comes down to pretty much this. Dungeon and Roses, thank you. I feel like she needs to have these diagnoses be true so she doesn't have to take responsibility for her weight or her crappy attitude or the fact that she's a failure. That's the truth. Rosie gets diagnosed next week. What the fuck is really going to change? Now she just has a shield. That's all Rosie wants is a shield. And for Rosie, in her mind, the shield is a diagnosis of autism. That's her shield.
I prefer that term. I've always stated to be that self-determined autistic. I'm not diagnosed. I didn't get the luxury of that as a child. I didn't get to know that about myself. I didn't get to be accommodated. Period. Thanks for clearing that up. Absolutely, Jake. And that's what's so disgusting about the ableist narrative that I'm lying about being autistic. It's fucking atrocious.
Everything. I actually believe her behavior is ableist. That's what I think. I think her behavior is ableist. She's such a joke. She's such a joke.
It's disgusting because it's just you're uninformed about the aspects of what this is actually like for autistic people. And I will die on that fucking hill up till the end of time. I've never lied about my diagnoses. I have no history of that. And people have applied that to me because of Amberlynn Reed and her experiences and her story. That's fucking fuck all to do with me. So let's keep cleaning dishes. I have been in and out of therapy since I was 10 years old. Yeah, let me grab the book. Hold on. I got that term from a book.
Before she goes to get this book, keep in mind, remember what I said earlier with the amount of highlighting and notes she was taking. Keep that in mind. Scrim, thank you. She wants to be neurodivergent so badly, but she still eats ice cream as a diagnosed type 2 diabetic. She even argued with a nurse about it. So she has these diagnoses, and look at what she's doing with the one she has. Exactly. But being autistic just represents something so different because it's so deep rooted. And I don't care what anyone says, it's connected to her brother as well. The relationship that her parents had with her brother is something she clearly envied. She will not drop that. And even though she may try to reword it these days, when she said it back then about her desperately wanting her parents to believe her and all these things, I think because the follow-up can mean she can continue to guilt them. Imagine if she did get this diagnosis. Then she can say, see, back then when you guys were acting like this towards me, I was autistic. But you guys didn't get me the proper help. So look at me now. She plans to guilt her parents even further. And that's the thing. They could have been shitty. I don't know her whole story. They could have been shitty. But this is a tool for her. That's part of what makes this disgusting. It's a tool for Rosie.
I haven't read it in a while, so don't ask me to go into too great of detail. But it's called, it's a little dingy, I apologize. Unmasking Autism by Devin Price. PhD, author of Laziness Does Not Exist as well. I haven't read that one. It's called Discovering the New Faces of Neurodivergency. And remember,
I just want to highlight this because I didn't touch on it, but Judge Jamie's correct. Saying that being diagnosed as autistic as a child is a luxury is fucking wild. Yeah. And she said that with her chest. I want to repeat, listen to the things that she's saying, because even that has something to do with her brother. That's one of the things I enjoy about Rosie's rants, because similar to Chantal Rage's, you get a lot of truth within them. Sometimes you're just gonna have to stick through it because it goes on and on. But if you listen closely, there's so much truth within those rants. And she's unedited. She's on a live stream.
specifically was either the intro or the first chapter, like, a second. Yeah, so basically I was highlighting the things I related to, the experiences I had also experienced.
Look at how much she highlight that book. Do I believe she read all of it? No. But she was taking notes, heavily taking notes, studying it.
The feelings I had also experienced. The things that aligned with me. I could go on. So
Rosie thinks she's eating in this moment. She thinks she eating the people who criticize her. She eating y'all up. Look. See all that highlighting? See, you're telling on yourself, bitch. You're actually telling on yourself. But she's too dumb to realize it. That's why I love these dummies. Lexi at best, thank you. I'm autistic and I was not autistic until I was 28. I'm 28 today. Happy birthday, boo. My diagnosis was to better understand myself, not blame others. Oh, I don't think you were saying your birthdays today. I think you were saying like you're in the year 28. Sorry. But if it is your birthday, happy birthday. But I agree also. My diagnosis was to better understand myself, not blame others. She plans to blame. She plans to blame, she plans to guilt, and she plans to use that as a shield. Snarky, thank you so much. As a librarian, I am appalled. Let's get back. I don't blame you. Let's get back into it. Look at this. Actually, let me run it back a little bit because she really thought she ate right here. Like, girl, please.
Experiences I had also experienced. The feelings I had also experienced. The things that aligned with me. I could go on. So I got that term from this book. At the end of the day, people are going to be ableist and nasty, and I've just accepted that. Yeah, my mom graduated from college when I was 17.
I want to read this comment. So your mom has a psych degree? That's cool. I thought it was the opposite. I thought she was lacking knowledge of autism in women, which was one of the challenges for you. But I'm glad she understands. Now, this was very new to me, new information. I didn't know Rosie's mom had a psych degree. She mentions it in the stream. And then somewhere within the stream, the conversation happens where apparently Rosie's mom got her psych degree to better understand Rosie's brother, her son. I didn't hear Rosie say it, but this is the conversation that's been happening. And apparently it's part of Rosie's lore. If that is true, number one, props to their mom. But could you imagine? That's probably part of the reason she can't stand not having that diagnosis. Imagine one of your parents literally go out and get a degree to better understand their child. That's dope as fuck. Like, that genuinely is dope as fuck. So I was just like, interesting. Oh, and Matthew, thank you for this comment. Oh, yeah, that author is very controversial in the autism community. Yes, I did hear that. I'm still reading up. I don't want to misquote certain things, but oh, yeah, that author is incredibly controversial. Yeah. So I was just like, oh, out of all books for Rosie to bring out, this tracks. This tracks.
Well, I don't want to get into specifics about the journey I went on with my parents regarding me being autistic, because we're good. And I don't air family business on the internet.
Rosie just said she doesn't air family business on the internet. I'm assuming she means no longer. Because this is the same Rosie that came on the internet and told viewers that her dad had handed her information or something like that on conversion camp because she's queer. And then she came back online and had to walk it back because her dad saw it and was like, what the fuck? And she had to walk it back. So she does talk about family business, and based on her father's reaction and the fact she came online to walk it back, that was a crazy lie to tell on your dad. But
If she ever wants to say anything on it, she can, but my mom doesn't like to get involved with that kind of stuff, and I don't expect her to. If I were to ever get tested for autism again, I may never talk about it. And if I were to talk about it, it wouldn't be talking fact. I learned my lesson. Do you think I have anger issues? No.
I was actually shocked by this answer. I'm gonna just run it back a few seconds. I was actually shocked by this answer, only because that's one of the first problematic things I noticed about Rosie was her anger issues. This is the same Rosie who went on rants about how she, would put her mom in her place. The same Rosie who literally was barking at her viewers the other day about her diabetes. The same Rosie who threw that tantrum when I think a viewer made a comment about her being in the kitchen so often and maybe her brother needed to come in. She threw a whole thing then. The same Rosie who left her coworkers in the middle of a parking lot and was going back and forth with them. That Rosie don't got anger issues? Okay.
No. I don't think I'm not like yelling at the camera. I'm not like freaking the fuck out. Yeah, they wanted to put me in, there was a point where I was really struggling in school. They wanted to put me in special ed, and I remember my mom asked me about it, and I freaked out, and because I was so scared. I was scared of being bullied harder, so they never did. And I still struggled, and that's why I didn't graduate high school. I wasn't able to cope with the bullying, and I wasn't able to finish. I attended high school for 4 years, and I had to get my GED. Trust me, I know it sucks. It's not something I want. It just is.
Autism is something she desperately wants. Really sitting here, oh, it's not something I want. She desperately wants it. Please.
I don't know how else to make that like obvious. But hey Levi. Oh, actually hand me that. I'll go get some water. I'll put it back later. Going to bed? Okay. Have a good night.
Listen to this. Listen to her ask her brother if she's too loud. Keep in mind, y'all, at this point, it's around 3. No. It's around 4:30 o'clock in the morning. She started her stream around 3 a.m. Around this time, it's probably 4:30. And she's been loud. You would think it was 8 o'clock. Keep in mind, this is in the middle of the night. So she asked Levi if, she might be too loud. And he nicely, in my opinion, tells her, yeah, just a bit. And just look at how she responds. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird.
Have I been too loud for you since I've been out here?
A bit.
Okay, I'll tone it down. All right, thank you. I knew you were up, so all right. Have a good night. Okay, so I gotta tone down the volume.
And this could be me completely nitpicking. I just feel like that what she was actually annoyed he answered that way. But again, I know with that specific thing, that could just be me reaching, nitpicking. I don't know. But I was just like, that wasn't the answer you were looking for.
I was not planning on getting this deep on this live tonight, but here we are. Because all this stuff is stuff I've talked about before, you know, like none of this is new. I'm sure it's new to people who haven't seen a lot of my older, you know, content and stuff, or like, followed me on Instagram years ago when I used to overshare all the time, and I think it's revolting. How I'm treated on that topic regarding my trauma and the topic of autism and all that. Yeah, I say while I do the dishes. Well, for one, my size, like let's keep it 100. I fractured my metatarsal in one foot in 2021.
I'm gonna run this back, and I need y'all to listen to Rosie answering another viewer, because it's not the first viewer to ever ask her this, about the fact that she has to sit and do the dishes. And she goes on and on. And I just want to be clear, and I know through experience, because I used to be over 400 pounds, she's sitting down to do the dishes because she's fat as fuck. That's genuinely the reason. It's the same issue I had at one point. It's because she's fat as fuck. But go ahead, Rosie. There's something else she needs to add to it.
The topic of autism and all that. Yeah, I say while I do the dishes. Well, for one, my size, like let's keep it 100. I fractured my metatarsal in one foot in 2021, and I've struggled with my knee on my left leg, and my left leg I also have plantar fasciitis pain. I do have mobility issues. I stream for hours and hours at a time. I want to be able to talk and chill and not be like worried about being out of breath and stuff. But, you know, like, yeah, like it's comfortable. I also struggle with fatigue, and if I overexert myself, I can put myself into a pain flare with the nerve pain issues that I deal with and stuff. And so it's a preventative measure as well. Yeah. A clinical trial, you have a lot of struggles. Yeah. I do. You know what? I don't want to dig deeper into that. I don't want to cry. But yeah, I do. And I have had a lot of struggles that I no longer have. Actually, I think at this point in my life, I have some things that are newer struggles, right? And I talk about those, but knowing the things that, like, knowing what the things I struggle with are helps me struggle less.
How? That would involve Rosie actively doing something to help with the diagnoses she currently has that are confirmed, and help with the current situation she does have control to, like, turn around. She just likes to talk. Genuinely, she just likes to talk.
Because I'm able to be kinder to myself. Yeah.
Because she'll be able to be kinder to herself. Do y'all see why I couldn't keep going? She ended up making popcorn and put like protein bar pieces in it or some shit. And then at one point she took out chopsticks. I don't know what she thought she was doing with that. She was going through the fridge. Again, she's literally as wide as the fridge. She went out to the deep freezer, I think it was, and was doing a list of things. And sadly, I have to give it to her, not necessarily kudos, but that stream, the one we just finished up, even though I didn't include it, that's probably the most I've seen Rosie stand in a long time. In a really long time. And all it was her at the deep freezer for a couple of minutes, standing in front of the fridge, doing, figuring out what they need. Did she stand up again? Didn't she go into the living room for something? I think she went to the living room for something too. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let me see if I could get it pulled up, Sequoia, because Sequoia said y'all gotta see the popcorn. Let me see if I could get it pulled up. Give me 1 second. Because I should have the video still on my desktop. I won't have the chat included, but let me see if I could get it pulled up. And while I actually get it pulled up, let me get caught up on support that I'm very, very, very behind on. Hold on. Actually, let me figure this out first. Sorry, I'm normally more organized than this, but it's just I have to work through my folders. That's why. Is this... Oh, actually, I think this is it here. I'm going to scroll through it. It's probably towards the end. Oh, actually, it's right here. I really scrolled straight through it. So what you're seeing here is popcorn with pieces of protein, some protein chocolate bar shit, and an apple. Actually, let me run it back a little bit.
So this is like a sweet craving kind of snack. You got kettle corn. You can also use buttery popcorn, like if you want. You don't like kettle corn. Honestly, still pretty good. It's kind of like a healthy alternative to like M&Ms and popcorn. You know what I mean? Like it's marshmallowy, so it gets a little like gooey. Absolutely, BT dubs. It's so hot here in England today. We're having a heat wave. Oh goodness, I'm sorry to hear that, Mona. So I'm just gonna set that popcorn aside. That's all trash. Okay. So then, also I do this more with cheddar popcorn, but when I lived with my ex, I really got into using chopsticks to eat popcorn. We both did that a lot, but I'm not gonna do that with this. I just don't think it's necessary. It's better when it's like a cheddar seasoning popcorn. But we do like I kind of wish I'd done this a little faster because I feel like, oh, here we go. It's starting to melt a little bit. Okay, cool. So then it kind of like as you eat it, it just kind of naturally like globs the popcorn, the warm popcorn all around the brownie bits. And with the Buff Bars, like I said, it's like a marshmallow texture. So let me show you what I mean. Like, you can eat it with chopsticks if you want to. Here. This does keep your fingers clean, like cleaner. Motherfucker, get over here. Okay, cheers. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yum. Actually, I lied. I think I might use these chopsticks. This is fun. I forgot how fun this is.
I'm not saying I wouldn't eat popcorn and chocolate. That's not what I'm saying. But God, this is some fat shit. She's so fat. Like, come on, Rosie. Like, I'm not saying I wouldn't eat that. I'm like, I eat popcorn. I eat, you know, a lot of different things. But like, Rosie, it's just so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And I forgot to show you this, but look at this amazing edit. I'm actually going to have to show it again in the next stream, but look at this amazing edit that Kim sent me. Look at this. Because remember, y'all, we right now, church is under construction, but we're building this church. And the fact that Kim, and I need y'all to see, that's fried chicken. I need y'all to see that is fried chicken. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much because ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Yo, we about to have the most lit church, I swear. We are about to have the most lit church for our holy text, the book of receipts. Let me take a screenshot of this because you're right. The book of receipts. Y'all heard it here first. The book of fucking receipts. Shit. I want to hand in that book, by the way, because I have a lot to add to that. So thank you for that, Corvid. The Observing Crow, thank you for 12 months. Girls all share one disorder, pathological lies. No, but when we compare them, we're dead ass wrong. And we just twist the narrative. With Rosie, she's been saying this thing recently, or at least I've just noticed, where she says like people, like creators, purposely play her words out of context or leave certain things out. Bitch, where? That's one thing I never have to do with these girls is manipulate some things because I edit. No, I play their words, and another thing, I add dates to it too. Please, she's so ridiculous. Let me see. Pizza rolls as communion wafers. It 1000%. 1000%. The fucking pizza rolls as communion wafers. Oh my God. Yo, where the fuck? I love this. I love this. I love y'all for real. Because ain't no MC said baptize me. MC, I'm waiting for your next video. Get back in there. See, that's the problem with MC. MC like to sneak back as a creator real quick and then dip again because she got a busy life. And then what she do is she play herself because she'll drop a video and then a lot of us is waiting for the next one. So MC, you back, you got to get back in it. I don't want to see another break no time soon. And I know I got some nerve because I'd be dipping for months at a time, but that's not the point. Me being a hypocrite in this moment is not the point. The point is for me to bully you to keep uploading and no longer stop. Yeah. That's my point. Let me see. I know I'm not going to get to all of them, but I wanted to say thank y'all so much for the support. Thank you for always showing up. I really, really, really appreciate y'all. The sucky thing about this platform, the better things got when it comes to my platform, the least time, like I actually have less time now, which kind of sucks. Because legit, if I could be up here like 4 times a week, I would do it. Because every time I go live, that's part of the reason my lives are so long. Because like I don't get to talk to y'all often throughout the week, so I got a lot to say. And then I only have this time to laugh with y'all. I mean, we laugh in Discord too, but streams are a bit different. But I wish I could be up here a lot more, y'all. Thank you for always showing up, showing out, showing love. Hold on, hold the fuck on. The Church of Fatter Day Saints. I just need y'all to know, if I go on Twitter and there's a few religious groups dragging the dog shit out of me, I just need y'all to know that I'm going to come back here and curse y'all the fuck out. I just know there's a group on Twitter they in a group chat right now about to dog the shit out of me. They about to drag the fuck out of me on Twitter. I'm telling you right now. Because why the fuck would you say this? Why would you say that? I know my mentions is going to be blowing up tomorrow. I just know it. Not the communion wafers are chocolate chip crumble cookies. Okay. I like the pizza rolls though, and I did not see this planet. I feel like we could have the chocolate chip crumble cookies for another occasion. Yeah, for another occasion. I really do. Oh, I don't want to miss this because anytime y'all say this, I get a little sad, mind you. I talk to Michael like every day. Ruthie said when the world needed M. Oh wait, I'm such an idiot. He vanished the most. The whole time I was thinking you meant Michael B. Petty. I'm high. Oh, Pets, hold on, y'all. Sorry, side Pets. I got to y'all support so late, but I just want to remind y'all this is who made this amazing edit here. This beautiful, beautiful, beautiful edit. Let me just get this out the way so y'all can screenshot again just in case you need it. But Pez, we appreciate you. We appreciate you, Pez. Thank you, boo. Thank you. I really do keep all of these in a folder. I literally keep them all in a folder because I love y'all artwork. I really, really do. Yes, telequirkies. Yeah, hold on. Let me make sure I put this back up so you guys know. This is called, we are called the telequirkies, period. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Oh, Gerlina has a great question. What is MC's channel name? If some of my mods MC your mod, please drop the channel, please. I know it's probably weird asking someone to drop their own channel, but drop your channels. Thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you again. I'm gonna call it a night because I'll sit here and keep talking and keep talking and keep talking. And I feel like I forgot something. But I knew I forgot one last thing. Just a little patience, y'all. I know I'm high. My bad. But I just wanted to show this, and this is credit to Nikki T. I'm not gonna read it or anything, but apparently in the Paradise Discord, there's some problems because Stefan actually posted this 2 days ago, and credit to Nikki T. And I believe Nikki T got this receipt from someone else. I just can't remember off the top of my head, but pretty much like the Discord manager, the Discord mod, sorry, jump ship. So apparently after the documentary drops, Stefan will figure out what to do with the Discord. Apparently they've had that Discord for 6 years. So yeah, the mods jump ship. I guess they're getting an influx of different type of conversations going on in the Discord. A lot of criticism growing, but yep. Oh, it was Libby. Thank you. Thank you, Nikki T. I got it from Nikki T. Nikki T got it from Libby. I just try to credit y'all when I can because, let me see. But thank you. So opinionated. You see that, right? Do you see why I put it on screen and gave a quick summary? You see how long that shit was? The fuck? If I ever post a notification that long in Discord, just know it must be a problem because that was a long ass notification. But y'all, thank you so much. Oh, Libby the Mole. Okay, sorry. I don't know all the creators' names. I'm still learning, so thank you. Okay. Thank you, y'all. Sorry, because I don't know everybody. But I'm gonna call it a night. I will be back this week. Let me see. Yeah, I will be back. Oh wait, no, that's not Libby. Sorry. Just link the person. I don't know, and I'm high. Don't try to make too much sense, especially once we in about 2.5 hours. You lost me. I do know 1 + 1 is 2, but once we start going past that, I can't. I appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Later, y'all.
Plan for 2025, survive. I've never in my life been told I kind of look like a young Johnny Depp. I think it's messy, that's for sure, but it's like, ugh, hate being an adult. I'm gonna need to eat dinner soon. Ridiculous. Because I am who I am, God forbid I have an opinion. So, Right now, I am the drama. I'm part of the drama.